Let's do
I'm not
this.
gonna do no intro, and we're
Let's
gonna
just do
pop up.
this. Just do
Boo.
it.
Sorry.
Let's do it.
We should be live. Well, I mean, it'll populate in a second here.
Let's see here.
Let us
Oh,
know when
yep,
you get
there's your
the
live
entire thing.
stream.
Oh, it's up. Okay, good.
There it is. Look at that. All right.
Yay!
Oh, I better mute it. Oh, I am muted. Look at that. I
Okay, I've muted.
You think I
Yay!
never did this before?
He's like, I'm getting used to it. I'm getting there.
I
Oh
mean,
my gosh.
it's just it's just not cool, that I'm just this far out of practice. I mean, I kept telling her all yesterday too. She's like, "Oh, I'm not good at this. I'm not good at that," or I'm gonna freeze up. I'm not gonna be able to talk. I'm not gonna." I was like, "Oh no!" I'm like, "You're working with a professional over here." I'm like, "You good? You good? You working with a professional?"
Oh my lord, we're
I'm
gonna hear
not a
lots of
professional.
sounds.
I ain't a
All right,
professional
we're live
anymore.
now.
Been a while. Nighttime messes up everything. I don't get to catch your lives anymore. Jose,
Oh,
um, he does it every Friday night, but it's between 8 and 10. If that's a little late for you or early for you, or what the hell are you doing over there? I hit the wrong button. Frank and see, I'm going to get some new faces over here, which is actually kind
and I'm
There we go.
sharing.
of cool. I've said it before. Actually, I was like, we don't need to cast on our own channel. We need to cast over on Scuba's channel.
Scuba.
He got the views over there.
What? No, no. Just
He got the people.
I got a couple people.
Hey
He got the people.
Frank.
They're loyal viewers. I can come talk about making butter toast, and they'll come and watch.
Oh, sorry.
So I was saying, did you see what I get? I gave myself a Christmas present.
Oh wow! Look at that.
You like
Pretty,
that?
pretty.
See, I'm too scared to get a tattoo because I'm scared that the artist is gonna go, "Oops, I didn't mean to do that." And I'm like, "Dude, that's permanent." Yes,
Well, I mean, and a good tattoo artist will know how to cover up his fuck ups. That's kind of how that
that's
works.
true. That's true.
And so yeah, nope. Hi,
Hi,
Pack Rats. It
Pack
has been
Rat.
forever and a day, and we were gonna be mixing. Well, we were gonna do this over on my channel, but my system is having some issues at the moment. I could disappear at any given moment, Packer. I'll tell you that right now because it's already happened 4 times today, and my system never does that. Hi, Aries. How
Hi,
you
Aries.
doing? Mwah. Um, my
Oh,
system never does that. It just, I mean, just
it's probably set to the wrong microphone right now. Actually, I think it's set to.
it sounds
Is
good.
it louder over here?
It is louder over
Yeah,
there.
yeah. It's using that microphone, not this one. Scuba's mic's broke. Yeah, that's. I had to set it up for court, guys, so I'm having to readjust everything. Let me see if I can
While
add
you're
more
waiting on this
people.
channel, that was bad. I'm so sorry, Packrat. You'd
Oh,
think I'd never done it before, like really, but they changed everything. I mean, XSplit changed and VC changed and YouTube changed and it's just all different.
it's all broken.
It's broken.
Broken.
Why do people have to change stuff like
I
that?
agree. I
Us old
agree.
people can't handle it
Okay,
like that. We can't handle the changes on the fly. You know what I'm saying?
now
We're
people
getting
should hear
Scuba's
me
audio through someone
much.
else's system.
Now are y'all hearing
Uh
me? It
oh.
should be quite loud now.
That is really weird. Scuba's the one who's broadcasting. He's producing,
Yeah,
so I don't
I
see
got
how
it
that's
fixed
even
now.
possible.
I'm
Hey,
actually
Viking.
redlining. I need to turn that down a little bit because I'm
And now I'm
already
buffering.
loud.
Um,
Okay.
Don't leave.
don't leave.
Don't leave
Uh,
me.
okay, well, maybe Scuba figured out how to, adjust for the loudness of the natural loudness of his voice. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I mean it was set to
He
it was
does have a new
set.
microphone, and he just talked into it. Oh, I
Yeah.
can't hear you at all now.
What?
Can't hear you at all.
Oh, I got to go fix it in the. Oh my God.
David wants to know what kind of mic it is, but if I can't hear you, it's not going to matter.
Oh.
I will fix this.
I know,
Microphone.
but I can't hear him. We have other
How
things to
about
do.
now? Can you hear me
Now,
now?
there you
Yes.
are.
There you go.
Okay,
Um,
pull the microphone back because David wants to see it.
yes, this is a Elgato Wavelength 3. Now, you can get the
Elgato Wavelength 3.
Elgato Wave 3, but you can get a Wave 1. The Wave 3 just has a couple more features like a sensitive mic mute on the bottom. The main thing that sells this microphone is you can bring in inputs from Spotify and all kinds of stuff. You can play it through your headphones, but not send it to the stream, so you can jam out while other people don't. So
Oh, that's nice.
you can separate all your audio sources.
Oh,
It's pretty cool. The Wavelength software for that,
okay. All
it,
right.
and it sounds really
Okay.
good. Yes, the Elgato
Cool.
Wave 3 Aries. It actually sounds really good, but I'm on this mic.
Yes, Munchie.
That there
Massive technical
There you go.
difficulties.
Aries says the Wave 3 is an amazing broadcast. It is. I like
Yeti
it.
what? David
Oh,
upgraded to a Yeti
yeah,
X.
there's my original
Yeti.
Yeti, and then the Yeti X is the newer version of the Yeti. Yep,
Yeah, he said that's a Yeti. The
yep.
Yeti X is the newer one, and that's what David has. That's what he's doing with his audiobook recordings.
Ah, those are not
And
bad.
he
Cool.
makes his voice sound really, really sexy.
Well, I got a Stream Deck, and it works with this microphone, so it's pretty cool. I can just push buttons and stuff and make sounds, and
Sorry, I'm laughing at the Streamlabs.
I don't even know. Does that work?
I think that's just a random thing that the bot
Oh,
has
It's
in
I
funny
there.
got
though.
I got to reset all my stuff when I
But
get
it's
off
so
here.
fitting,
Yeah, it fits today.
so really fitting. I am so embarrassed that I was unable to get my
Oh.
stream going and why my system crashed. I don't know if it was just too much was on it or what. I do need to update, I
Aries,
guess, my
Jesus. Aries, I know you're not dead because I see your TikTok videos. I saw your 5 reasons. Um,
okay, I know he's not dead because I talk to him at least once every couple of weeks.
yeah. Well, he posts a TikTok video like almost every day. I won't say every day, but every couple days there's a video up there.
I'm not on TikTok. I'm being a little old fogey about it. I'm not on
I'm
TikTok.
gonna put my chickens on TikTok sooner or later.
She has got. You can hear the chirping in the background.
Oh, is that
That's
what that
not coming from
is?
outside. That is her
Yeah,
chickens.
they're babies, so
They're
yeah, they're
baby
still alive.
Oh,
chickens, and they are in a little container with a little heat lamp.
Yep.
And she does some Facebook lives with them, and they just jump
Yeah.
around and they're breezy. How you doing,
Hey,
sweetheart?
Breeze.
And they're getting they're getting adventurous. She said they jump out of their little box now.
Yeah.
And she
mm-hmm.
says her rooster is going to be a little pain in the butt. She can already tell he's got a little attitude going on. I said, well, they don't call him Cox for nothing.
Yes.
Speaking of
Yeah.
heat, yeah, our cats that are here.
Oh,
Speaking
heat.
of heat.
Yep. The girl is, it's funny because the boy cat is huge. That's going to be a big cat. And the female is a little
Wait
tiny.
a minute. Y'all got more cats?
No, we didn't get more. We have the ones that were, well, we got 3 cats here. 3 cats.
You
Three
had
cats, 1 dog.
Bootsy,
Boots, right? And then we got
Boots.
Bandit and
And you
Smokey and
don't have
Bandit.
Sophia anymore,
No,
right?
don't have Sophia.
TikTok.
Now, when did Smokey and Bandit come along?
Um, well, her son-in-law at his job, they were basically feral cats. They were like
Oh wow.
covered up in all kind of debris and concrete and stuff. So he brought them home, and we
Oh.
didn't have the heart to go take them to a shelter or anything, so we kept them.
Okay, so John, thank you, John Q, for asking. I started to say this on the stream on my channel, and then my computer died. I don't have a lumpy head anymore. I actually styled my hair this way in order to hide. Oh, I started to tell you guys actually about 5 years ago. I think we did a fundraiser for St. Baldrick's where everybody's going to shave their head, and David had already done it once where he shaved his head, and a couple other
Oh
guys.
yeah.
But that year, I decided to do it too. And there were 2 other girls on the cast, and they shaved their heads, I mean, down to the scalp, right?
Holy
But I
crap.
said I
Yeah.
wouldn't do it. I couldn't do it because, oh, you weren't talking to me,
I don't know
talking to
what he
me,
means
John.
about me having a lumpy head, so I have no idea.
But I wouldn't do it because I had these lumps in my head and I knew they're kind of gross looking. So I didn't want to like shave my head and y'all see that I had lumps in my head. So I used the 8 guard, the 1 inch guard, and shaved my head down to 1 inch crew cut. But and that was the thing. And I style my hair this way so that you wouldn't be able to see the lump. But I don't have a lump anymore. I have stitches, but I don't have a lump anymore, and it's pretty awesome. Look at that flat
Yay!
scalp right there. Look at that. Look at
That's what
that.
I'm trying to. I was like, so they
Yeah.
didn't cut any of your hair? I mean, they had to cut a.
No,
They
they
didn't.
didn't. It
Wow.
was awesome. I think he used like I don't know, like petroleum jelly or something to sort of mash my hair down and just cut right in
He
the
gave you
middle.
one of them
That's pretty
parts.
cool.
I got you. I'm
Yeah.
gonna part this. There you go. Cool.
I think he made 2 incisions. I mean, I can't really tell, but it feels like there's two little lumps of stitches there, and I get them taken out in a week, so I'm really excited about that. And then I got another one back here, which this one is giving me more problems than this one actually. I think it's because you tend to rest your head on things, and so it hurts. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, I did last
Nipple maybe.
Friday. I went to the hospital, and they put me on La La Land, and it was great too. I didn't even have real anesthesia, but I was not awake. The guy, I mean, he told me he said, "We'll just give you something, kind of make put you in La La Land." And I was like laying there, and they put the thing in my nose, and I'm
Hey,
talking
Red.
and chatting. And next thing I know, he's like, "Okay, we're done." I was like, "Damn!"
That was nice.
Wow.
So some
When you,
conscious sedation stuff.
that was
Yeah.
some good shit right there. I mean, tell you
Yeah.
what.
That that happened to me because the only time I've ever been knocked out was when I was 5 when they
Melon baller.
removed some hernias. So I got knocked out to have a tooth pulled because the dentist was jumping up and down on the chair and couldn't get it loose. So he's like, I'm gonna have to knock you out.
Oof.
Ow.
And he's like, do you want laughing gas? I was like, how much is
Hell
laughing gas?
yeah, I
And he
want
was
laughing
like, it's only $25. I was like, run it. Give me a bunch. Yes.
gas.
All
So
of it.
Yeah,
yeah, they
laughing gas won't knock you out though. It'll just make you really
oh, I
dizzy.
was laughing. I was laughing because the nurse had buttons on her shirt. I was laughing. She has buttons on her shirt. I was laughing my tail off. And then next thing I know, because they were like, okay, we're going to knock you out now. I don't remember any of that part. And then I guess I woke up in a dark room. All the lights were out. And there was gauze in my mouth, but I didn't realize it.
Yep.
And I was like, when are y'all going to do this? I was already done. So,
Yep.
yeah, it'll,
Aries, you are a medical anomaly, and you know that. They can't give this
ouch.
man enough anesthesia to knock him out.
Yeah,
Oh.
Um, so like he's had problems with anesthesia his whole life. So
yeah.
yeah,
Mm.
but yeah, it was great because okay, I had this done once before. I'm pretty sure that she didn't get it all from the one up here because I actually had one removed from about the same spot about 12, 13 years ago, and I was awake for that, and like I could hear her with the melon baller like scooping it out. So it was
Ew. No.
kind
Oh,
of gross.
oh,
No, no, no.
oh.
It was,
Not
it was kind of
melon
gross.
baller. Come on, that
It
doesn't even
was like
sound
a
right.
melon ball. I'm sorry, but that's what it was. They're like melon balling it out,
If you
and
hear
I
bits
could
of brain, don't worry. It's nothing.
I,
Trust
I
me.
could hear some scrunching up there. It was kind of gross.
Oh, oh goodness.
But
Okay.
oh okay, bye sweetie.
See you,
Here, Aries.
Aries.
And yeah, so I assumed that I was going to hear that again. I mean, I told him that I wasn't too jazzed about hearing that, but I could handle it. It's not like I'd freak out or anything. But no, I didn't hear jack shit. I mean, like I said, I thought I was talking to the guy the whole time because I remember talking to him, and then the next thing I know, he was like, "Okay, move on over to the gurney. You're done." And I was like, "Cool."
Nice. Nice. Nice.
But then
Did
I
they
was
let
able.
you leave without a wheelchair?
Well, they have to. That's hospital
I
policy.
know that's policy.
Yeah,
I was just wondering were they going to make you because they made me.
yeah.
So.
No, they have to wheel you out. It's a liability thing because if you get dizzy or something and you fall and hurt yourself, then you can sue the hospital.
Hmm. Okay.
So, yep, they wheeled me out to the front, and David picked me up, and yeah, I went home. I was only there for a couple hours. It wasn't a big deal.
The
So yeah,
ticking? What's the ticking?
do you have to go back to surgery to get the ticking to stop?
That's the bomb that they installed in her brain, I
But
guess.
well, if they did a real good job because there's nothing left there. It's pretty flat. Actually, yes, I do want to give Richard Wills some credit. He called me up and he said, "How much do you have left?" And I said, "I have all this stuff left." And he said, "You know what? Just give me one of everything and I'll give you $1,000 for it. And then you got your membership paid for the next year." And so I did that, and it was great. I still have about 3 shelves worth of stuff here. Um,
Wow. Yeah.
but yeah, Richard was pretty awesome. And that was
I don't
actually,
have
he
any
took
hair
all the
plugs.
hoodies and t-shirts. I included all the hoodies and t-shirts I had. I called him up and asked him if he wanted them, and he said, "Yeah, I love hoodies and t-shirts and hats." And
Nice.
yeah, so he
Very
took
nice.
all of them.
That's
And
cool.
I kind of, I say I'm kicking myself. I could have kept it. I could have kept it, guys, and I didn't. I sent it to Richard. But there was a nice purge mod here that I really should have kept because
Ooh,
I
that's
should have
the
kept it.
most expensive thing in there is a purge mod.
I
Jeez.
know. I should have kept it. I really should have kept it. It was
Congrats on
because
scoring a
the fact
purge
of the
mod,
matter is,
Rich.
guys, the apocalypse is upon us. You know that, right? The
Oh yeah.
apocalypse is upon us, and it's going to be harder and harder and harder to get stuff. Okay. I mean, DHL has already said they're not going to ship vaping stuff into the United States anymore. All right. If if we can't get stuff from China, believe me, we're not getting anything.
Yeah.
you know, and the only thing that's going to hold up that can't, the only thing that we have that can't break are mech mods and RDAs.
Yep.
I mean, that's really, or RTAs, it's something that doesn't have some sort of electronics in it, right? You can have
Yeah.
a mech mod and an RTA slash RDA or RDTA, however you want to put it, but something that doesn't have electronics built into it, something that doesn't need a stock component, like the SMOC coils or the Aspire coils or
Yeah.
whatever, um, it's something that you can build your own coils, you can wick your own cotton, something that is not going to require maintenance from another manufacturer. And I mean, I
That's why I
think
buy
I know
RTAs.
you have. I know you have enough mods to last you until
Yeah,
Rapture. You have enough to last pretty much everybody in this room until Rapture.
Oh yeah, definitely. Well, if one
But
breaks, I can just go to another one. Yeah, good.
exactly.
Yeah.
And I think I might be okay. I mean, I have quite a few mods here.
Hmm.
Richard's got my 6X he's got to send back, which doesn't work actually. But I mean, I sent him one that does work in the hopes that he could replace the parts, but he said he couldn't do it. So send that back to me. I asked him if he had any mech mod. I've got a couple of mech mods here, but they're not like super nice. Well, I've got what they call it, the rig.
Yep, the rig.
I got one of those. I got a couple of those.
I
I
got
have
a.
one that's never come out of the box before. I don't know how to
Well,
use them, so
once all of your electronic ones die, all you're
I
gonna be left
drive.
with is mechs.
Is
I
it
drive to
is it like
Georgia,
this,
and you
Jen?
show me.
Is it like that?
Yeah, like
Yep.
that.
Yep. This is a rig V2.
Yeah, I got a couple of those left over, I think. But
Make mods. Yeah, these. Yeah, you can't kill these things.
I have about 6 RDAs, but I hate using them. I have 2 RTAs. I hate using it. But when I
I
can't
tr-
buy, coils anymore,
I
then I'll
Wow.
tried
do
to
it.
buy I tried to buy the purge mod back from Richard and he wasn't having it.
Oh,
I tried.
Oh, smart man. Smart man.
He wasn't having it. He wasn't having it. I asked him if when he sends back my 6X, if he could look through his stash and see if he had any mech mods he was willing to part with, and he said he would do that. So, um,
And
because I
full
mean,
moon.
we may be reduced to that.
Full moon. By the way, this is a new battery door.
no.
Just saying.
Oh, you got it.
Yeah, I got two of them.
Very cool. So that one's not popping open now?
Uh, I wouldn't give it too much credit. It's barely holding on. It is staying in there, but it's barely holding on. So the threads in the actual mod are kind of stripped too. But putting aluminum foil on the old door and screwing it in worked. So if y'all get one
Wow.
that screws up, that worked great. I didn't have the door pop open at all when just a thin layer of tin foil and I screwed it in there and it stayed. So
Sloan, I don't see how they would know. I mean, just saying. I don't see how they would know if you wanted to send a gift to somebody.
Yep.
Um, as far as the quote unquote law stands, supposedly, and again, there is absolutely no way they can track this,
Mhm.
but supposedly you can send up to 10 packages a month
Hmm.
vape related if it's just person to person, not business involved. Okay. So there's no way to actually track that, but yeah, you sending something vape related to another person is not a restriction whatsoever. And like I said, there's it's not like they would even know. I mean,
Yeah, I'm sure they're not like scanning all the mail
they're
that goes
not.
through, you
Believe
know.
me, guys. Okay, look, I'm telling you guys that look, the USPS
Hey, Cloud Trucker.
is not as nearly as organized as they might want to let you think they are. Okay. They
Yeah.
deal with millions and millions of parcels a day.
Hey, Cloud.
They are not checking jack shit. Okay.
Yeah.
They're just not. All right. I mean, obviously, you don't want to put any, don't write vape gear enclosed on the outside of the box. Okay.
Here, have
Yeah.
some
That's
vape gear.
probably
Yeah.
going to get flagged. All right.
Yeah.
But I
It's
mean,
a
yeah,
mess.
no, it's not a problem. It's not a problem whatsoever.
Mm.
Hello, Lurden or Learden. I don't know how that's
Hey,
pronounced.
Richard.
Sorry. Michelle's got like the aurora borealis going on behind her.
She
So.
does. Look at all
Yeah.
that prettiness back there.
I like that. I wish I could go there.
I know, right? Apparently, sometimes some parts of the year you can actually see it from Washington State, so it's possible to get there without even needing a passport.
I want to do one of those cabins where you just go lay out in the Alaska, whatever, and look at the sights. I think it'd be fun.
They have igloos you can go camp
I
at.
saw them. They're so cool.
Yes, Cloud Chucker.
Yeah.
I will still be on tomorrow is Friday, right? I think.
Yeah. I
Yes,
think
Yes.
so.
thank you. Yes, I want
Hey,
to thank
Leonda.
Scuba again for doing this for us. Like I
Oh, you're
said,
welcome.
my system is holding steady, thank God. So I don't know what's wrong with it. Um,
Richard.
Dibs on Scuba stuff. I want dibs on your stuff. As a matter of fact, Peach wanted me to ask you exactly what she needs to do to get, in your will.
Wow.
I'll be in Richard's will. Yeah. Just saying.
She loves you dearly. She absolutely loves you. You know that. I mean, and she'll definitely she's all about hanging out with you now. But just in the future, if you could just will her a few things, I think she'd be really happy.
I got to show Scuba this because he recommended it. Do do do. I don't know if you can see it.
Ah, the T
You got the T
class.
class.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They had them things like really cheap, and
They did. Yeah.
it's got a Yeehee chip in there. Well, you can't go wrong with a Yeehee chip. I mean,
I have Yeehee chips too.
I don't know unless Michelle's like writing a book and playing with the fidget spinner, trying to think of what to write next. I don't know.
Which I will. I will sit there
I
and
have a
spin
Yeehee
it.
chip
You
in here.
will?
Look,
That's
Yeah,
the
I spin it.
Eclipse. I know that mod.
yes, and I have. There's a Yeehee chip in there,
Yep.
and there's a Yeehee
Hee
chip in this one. It's the
Oh, G class.
VIT. No, the VIT.
Oh, I can't. It looks. Well, it's because you got that background. Oh, okay. Yep. I know which one that is. Yep.
It's I'm an IPV girl.
Yeah.
They quit making IPVs, so I don't.
I got this because of Scuba too.
I see an invisible
Oh,
box.
We see
well,
nothing.
will it
Oh, I
work
see
that
the
way?
the smart pod kit. I can see it
Yeah,
barely. Yep. Okay.
yeah. I did get that because of you too.
I used to have
Hated the
that
T class
Facebook
when it
group
came out.
that
When
called
it dropped to 25 pounds, I suddenly liked it.
Yeah, it was nice. There you go. It was awesome then.
yeah, Bear started that Scuba Makes Me Buy Shit group on Facebook. He took it down. Then we just made the Scuba's Hangout page. But it was funny because people used to raise hell. You made me buy this. I like it, but you made me buy it.
That's
Okay.
what he does. He gets on a show and makes you buy things.
I don't understand how
No,
that works. I think some people say
this is
it's
how it
just
works.
passion or
Because
something.
he buys everything.
Hmm.
Okay. I should put it like that. He buys everything. And then he tries it out. And he tells you what he thinks of it. Okay, it's on y'all if you buy
Right. I
it.
don't twist your arm. Hey, you gotta buy this or else. No, I just let you know what I think about it. And I mean this, I don't cut no slack. I gave clear warnings about this mod with the battery door. I'm like, it's a great mod, but be very careful with the battery door. That's all I'm saying on that one. Um, yeah, this one, yeah, this is. And this one came from China, so it won't fire now because there's no Addy on there. But it lights up. It's this one's clear. Munchkin's got a black one.
I was saying that's pretty snazzy looking.
This
Look at
is the
that. You
this
got to
is
put like pretty batteries in it.
it's got the this is the jelly box. Where's an RDA I can throw on there real
The
quick?
jelly box. I
Yep,
love how you
jelly.
still have your tag up there, your
You
Georgia
like
tag.
that? The Georgia
You're a
tag?
Georgia boy. You're still a Georgia boy at heart. You know you are.
Yeah, you can't take the Georgia out of this boy. It just won't happen. I don't think you can take Southern out of somebody. It just don't. You
No,
can't
you
Well,
do it.
you're
can't.
still in the South. I
Yeah,
mean, come
yeah.
on. Still in the South. Virginia's still South.
All
My
right,
wraps still
now
look
light up.
perfect because I use them.
Check Atomizer. Does this one not have a coil in there? I swear. No, it's yeah, that's pretty blank. I don't. That's not
Yeah,
gonna
that's
work.
not gonna work, dude.
You
I
think?
ended up giving all my extra mods away when we were doing that Vape It Forward group. So I had to buy like 5 just to have 5.
Damn.
You know, I gave away. I
Oh,
ended up giving away, like, I gave away all the mods I had that were
Nice.
like starter mods.
Yeah.
You know, stuff that had internal batteries. You know, tanks that took stock coils. um, Stuff like that. Stuff that's easy,
Yeah.
yeah.
because I do what I call, I do big girl vaping, right? I have a mod that takes two batteries, so you need to have a battery charger. I have an RTA that you have to coil it yourself, you have to wick it yourself. I mean, this is not vaping 101.
Right.
This is advanced vaping, and I can't. And that's pretty much all the devices I have left now is stuff that takes multiple batteries or you know um, tanks or RDAs that take work, right? And I can't just give that stuff away to people because that you're going to overwhelm them if you try to give them something like that. It's
Yeah.
too much. It's like, oh well, here's a two battery mod, but you better go out and buy a battery charger because you can't
Yeah.
charge them on deck.
Yeah.
You know, oh, here's a tank, but you have to learn how to coil and you have to learn how to wick and you have to make sure you don't blow your face off while you're doing it. Like, I mean, it's just too much.
Yeah.
Ooh, Wally, you tempster you. It could be that time. Oh, you didn't
I
see it, Jen. Here, look.
Woo!
Yeah.
Look at
And you can
that.
change the colors, and there's the screen.
That's so pretty.
Nice color
Woo!
screen on there. And this is a dual bat. They sell single bat. Yeah, usually I have pretty batteries in here, but for now I don't. It's a cool
I like the
mod.
green ones. Is that the jelly box? Is
That
that what
is the
they're
jelly box.
the
Yes.
jelly box?
I man, I can't. Why can't I throw stuff away? I have the box for it right in front of me somewhere. Why did I?
Um, I will tell you that a friend of mine came by here. It was like about 2 weeks ago, and he
Mhm.
had to buy a new tank because he had broke the glass, or maybe it was the replacement glass or whatever. Anyway, he said, "I need a new vape band." He goes, "You have any more of those nuts and cock bands?"
Nuts and cocks. That's great.
Which, by the
Oh,
way, I
Nuts.
do, just
I
in case.
I forgot to tell everybody. As far as the stuff that I should have shipped out about 2 years ago, they are all in packages now. I literally just need to go to the post office, but I had to get this court thing behind me. So now that that's done, I can go and get paid, which has been a problem lately. But I got that done. I don't know where
Yeah,
I put the box, but it don't matter.
getting paid kind of matters.
Yeah, well, it's kind of weird the way that their company works. They got payroll and they charge the same amount for one employee as they do 30 employees. And this company that I'm working for is its own entity inside that company, so it's got to have its own payroll. So it's been a pain. That's why.
Oh,
Oh. So what are you
that's
mixing,
cute.
Jen? Mix it. Do it.
Well,
Get
you
her
want to
done. I
mix
mean,
something? All right,
yeah.
because this is a DIY show, so we're not going in the lab necessarily. So once we
Okay.
decide what we're going to mix, I'm going to go into the lab and I'm going to get the flavors that we need, and I'm
Ooh.
going to mix it here at the
Mix it.
desk because if you guys, it just got to be too hard, uh, and so we are definitely moving to coffee and flavors only. There are some member exclusives if you log into your existing account. Uh,
Ah.
so,
Hint.
but
Uh,
for the most part, we are
I
just
know
dealing in
Junkie.
coffee and flavors. All right. So for you guys who keep asking about the recipe to Nilla Nuts, you can get the pre-made concentrate.
Woot
They
woot.
do too. It's like, why do y'all keep asking for that?
All
You would
right.
think they'd know by now. It's not like a lot of new people show up.
Well, I'm just saying, okay? I mean, you can get the concentrate pre-made. You don't even have to buy all the separate ingredients.
You
Just
can
get the
buy.
concentrate already
That's how
made.
I do it.
You might
Just
can buy
go
a
over there
big
and get
old
it.
jug like this. I'm just saying.
Oh, I
Yeah.
don't
There
make
you
the
go.
concentrate in that big a jug.
No, not. Oh
You
yeah, not.
should.
That would be crazy.
Gallon jugs. Gallon jugs would be awesome that
That would
way.
last a lifetime right there. Hell, let me get that.
Yeah.
I don't make the concentrate in that big a bottle, but you can get the concentrate, all right, the
Hey
Nilla Nuts
Shelly.
concentrate over at higgycigs.com.
Shelly.
Whatever I mixed, could name it lumpy scalp. I don't even want to know what that would taste like. You,
Cucumber and
you're
cactus.
right, right.
That's lumpy scalp right there.
Oh my god. Ugh,
Right.
cactus is horrible. Have you mixed with that?
No.
Um,
No,
I know I have
no.
the DIY. Just put it here. Oh, Lurton. Look, well, look at. Okay,
It's
see,
horrible.
this is the kind of questions we want. All right, over at higgycigs.com, you can find. And guess what else you can get exclusively at higgycigs.com? You can
What?
get fresh roasted, single origin Brazilian coffee that's been
Y'all.
flavor infused with Nilla nuts.
Oh
Nilla
yeah.
nuts. It is so good.
You know what? I've been holding on to that pumpkin spice coffee for the
Hey,
longest
Eddie.
time, and
Oh my God, when did we even make that?
Yeah,
I,
I still have like a little bit scuba.
I don't know when it was made, but I was like, I can't resist it. I went and made it like 3 or 4 days ago. I was like, I gotta have it, and it's gone. But yeah, that
It
was a
got
good.
was it good though? It was
Yeah. Oh,
good.
of course it
Yes.
was still good. See, there's a testament. I mean, it was still good after all that time. So, yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, I mean, just imagine getting single origin, fresh roasted coffee, flavor infused with vanilla nuts. It's all
Nilla
David
nuts.
drinks. He
Really?
is absolute. Yeah, he's spoiled himself. He can't even drink Waffle House coffee anymore. He's got to have his Nilla
Heck
Nuts
yeah.
coffee.
I like hazelnut coffee. I mean, it's either that or French
Yeah.
vanilla. One of those two, and I'm good.
You throw in
And
some heavy cream in that and monk fruit sweetener. Holy crap. Awesome.
I did bake Blue Saber Benjai. It's not it's or Benjai. I don't know how to say that one, but I I mean it's not a bad juice by any means. It's actually really good. I just didn't get any more. Um,
it's a blue raspberry slushy.
I thought that was another
I
pumpkin
love
spice.
you.
I got so disappointed. This is not Higgy
Yeah,
Six.
that's not mine.
What is it?
These are actually
Alerting, I
not
would love that. That would be fantastic. Yep. No, we absolutely take a lot of pride in our coffee, and
Crave
we
coffee. This is Southern
hand
Pecan.
make the K
Nice.
cups. The
Nice.
stuff is it's been roasted generally within a couple of days of when I send it out. So yeah, it'll be fresh roasted. It'll be so good, and it works in both 1.0 and 2.0 Keurigs. So it's got the
Oh,
little
Cloud Chucker has a
Very
good
color
nice.
band on
question.
it. I would love to try the Nilla Nuts, but I live in the UK and you cannot ship it over the pond, or is there a way you can? Um, yeah, I send stuff to the UK all the time.
Hmm.
Ta-da! There you go, Cloud Chucker.
There you go. Done.
Send stuff to the UK all the time, okay?
It's a gift.
Yep. When in doubt, ask. That's why I don't say it enough during the stream that you guys are welcome to ask questions. They just sit back. I swear, 90% of the chat just sits back and watches. There's no
Yep.
questions, no nothing. I'm like, okay, I don't know. I literally don't know how I run my mouth for 2 hours for the past God knows how many years now.
And I was,
Over and
as I
over
was,
and
I
over.
was, I felt so bad that my cast wouldn't run today because for the last 24 hours, I've been telling Michelle, she's like, oh, it's going to be quiet. I'm going to be shy. I'm not going to know what to say. I'm not going to know what to do. I was like,
Yeah.
I'm a professional. I can run a 3 hour cast on my own. No problem. I've done it for years, right?
Yeah. And you're still
Uh,
doing it?
I know, right? Look at that. I'm talking over Scuba too. He just see the problem is you got both of us on here, and we're both
oh yeah,
been doing this for a long time, and we both know how to
Yeah.
run a cast for 2 3 hours and not let there be any lag time. So
yeah.
we'll have to cut each other off
We
a
have
lot.
I
to
know how to type.
have a
I
moment
can
of
type.
silence. oh,
Just
there's the
don't make me
box.
talk.
Yeah, let's make Michelle talk. That's a great
No,
idea.
you don't really want to do that.
Sure, why not?
I really do. Look how pretty she
Yeah.
looks today. She got all dressed up and everything. Look at her. She got makeup on. She got her
I
hair
put
finished.
on makeup.
All
See,
professional.
put on
I need to
makeup.
get
I
new
know.
glasses. I think my vision's
Oh,
getting
I hate
worse.
mine.
And
I had. I have to admit, I haven't got them yet, but I need bifocals. I can't even deal with it anymore.
yeah.
You know what I do? Okay, so when I'm at home, you guys are gonna laugh at me. So when I'm at home and I'm watching TV and I want to like crochet, I have a piece of napkin that I've taken and I've folded up into real tight like this, and I shove it up underneath my glasses like this, so that I can look down at my crocheting and see it, and then look up and watch the TV. Like
oh
it's
wow.
bad,
if that
bad.
isn't rigged up, okay.
Because that's
I
just
don't,
it. Like I can see fine without my glasses up close,
see, I'm the
Mm,
but
opposite. I can see fine far away without my glasses. But up close,
no.
yeah, I gotta have some glasses or I ain't seeing nothing. Or
Everything's a
blur.
blur when I'm
Yeah.
not wearing these. So, yeah, I'm like, what?
I have got to. Yeah, but I'm gonna have to get. Oh God, I'm gonna have to get bifocals
This,
because I can't even see. Like you should see me in the lab. I'm sitting there trying to pull concentrate and stuff up into the syringes, and I can't even see the tick marks on the syringes. I'm like having to hold it out.
oh my
Oh
goodness.
man,
Yeah.
that sucks.
That
Oh,
that's yeah, and I remember when I was mixing like that, using the tick marks on the syringes and using, clear tape to put over the writing so that it doesn't smear off.
Yep.
And then I started mixing by weight, and now I'm like, I don't even have to worry about it. I just go at it, and then when the weight hits the right mark, I'm done. That's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah. Except with
so
my PG, which I always end up dripping too much PG in there for some reason.
See, I rarely add PG unless I know I need a little bit more throat hit of whatever type of juice it is. If I know I'm looking for that little bit more throat hit, then I'll add
Yeah.
PG. Other than that, I rarely use. I mean, I use a hell of a lot of VG, but PG
Yeah,
no.
me too. Yeah.
Because you already got PG in your flavoring, and my nicotine is PG based, so I got plenty of PG coming from that. So, uh,
I like
yeah.
extra PG. I'm actually doing like a
Ah,
35-65 blend.
I think
So
I think more PG in your juice in the wintertime is a good idea because it gets your
yeah.
juice a little thinner. But in the summer, when it's hot as a mofo outside and you already have thin juice and then you thin it out even more from the heat, it's going to
I ain't
leak all
going
over the place.
outside.
Yeah. What's outside?
well,
And
y'all,
here is my shameless plug: the Geek Vape Zeus X RTA.
mm-hmm.
This motherfucker is leak proof, people. I'm telling you, this thing does not leak. Okay,
Nice.
it doesn't leak.
Because the top airflow, right? It's
Top
top.
airflow.
There you go.
I bet I
Yep.
could break it. I bet I could.
yep. I
Even
like
the Go
top
ahead. I'm
airflow
sorry.
RTAs. Yeah, this one, the Arbiter, is like that. This is top airflow. The reason I like
I
this
love
tank
it.
is it has, if you look at well, if I had the top cleaned out, where the dang. All right, hold on a second. You can't really see it because there's juice up there. It was tilted over. Um, it has like a well, so when you go to put juice in here, this is this is dented down. Can you see that there's an angle to that? So
Yeah, sort of.
when you fill it up, it doesn't it won't spill over into your chamber, and it also doesn't come pouring over the top because it's got this extra little dip in there.
Oh,
I think
I
mine's
swear
like
to
Which I
God, you
didn't even
better
spill
not.
anything just
Sorry.
then.
yeah, mine's like that too.
Oh, cool. See, there you go.
Well, here, let me see. I don't know.
Oh
Can I
my
add
God.
a can I add a camera?
Jen,
Well,
I'm
Or do I
not being
just
funny.
adding
My
you
cock is
can
trying to
switch
come out again.
cameras. You can switch cameras.
I'm about to
What?
kill this thing.
What? I think I just missed a good joke.
yeah, you did.
Something about her cock. I don't.
Sorry, that came
You
out.
said my cock is trying to come out again.
Okay.
Oh my
Oh God.
goodness. All
My
righty then.
rooster. There we go. My rooster. Sorry.
Oh my
Oh my
goodness.
God.
Told you there's a reason. All right,
Wow.
so I can switch cameras. Let me see if I switch
Yes, you
cameras.
Mm.
can switch cameras.
All right, switch camera
You might
to.
have to
Oh,
take the background
oh, I
off.
gotta
Or,
take the background
I
off. How do
mean,
I
we
do
can
that?
kind of see it, but yeah,
Let's see.
you just
Wait,
go to the virtual backgrounds and hit none,
virtual backgrounds. There we go.
and then
None.
there you
All
go.
right.
Boom.
All right. So look at this. So see, there's a nice little moat,
Oh yeah, that one has the
and it's a
same.
really deep moat.
That's
Yep.
just like this, except that tank looks smaller. Other than that, it looks exactly the same. It's got the same deep well around it. That's cool. I like
Yeah,
that.
it's a really deep moat. I don't know if you can tell how deep it is, but yeah,
Yeah.
I never get overspill into
Yeah, you could
the
fill that
chimney.
up past the two fill holes and still be okay.
I fill it in the dark all the time. I'm sure I am not getting it into the actual. Now, I will tell you guys the one thing that will cause this thing to flood because I feel like when you have the top on, it sort of creates a bit of a vacuum.
Hmm.
So if you fill this thing up and then you set it down and you get distracted and you go do something else for a while, and then you come back and you go to take a vape and you say, "Oh, I forgot to put the top on," and put the top on, you're going to get a little bit of flooding in the deck into the juice deck
Mm.
because it does tend to seep in a little bit more if the top is off. So you get a little spit back. But other than that, this thing is absolutely leak proof. I'm telling you,
There you
leak
go.
proof, leak proof.
Well, John Q. Michelle just gave you one. We can only give you one ever so often.
Those like really good cock jokes. All right, let's see.
I'm never living that down.
Nope. Oh no, no. Should I? I have to tell the one. Okay, there was Munchkin did it. Munchkin broke me. I mean, broke me one night. We were on a cast, and I don't know if he asked for hers. She asked for somebody asked somebody for headphones, and she yelled. Munchkin yells out at him, "Well, go ahead. You already stretched it out."
Oh no. Oh no.
Broke me for like
Oh no.
20 minutes.
No.
I couldn't even breathe. It was so
My
Oh
bad.
Lord.
goodness. Well, he did. Was we talking about headphones? I just want to make sure we wasn't talking about.
It
Okay,
I
was
good.
the
hope so.
headphones.
Okay.
Oh Lord.
But that's not how it sounded. It was bad.
Oh Lord.
Oh my God, broke me. I mean, like I was red in the face, couldn't breathe. It was bad.
Oh
So
man.
yeah, your cock trying to get out is not not the
Oh
worst thing I've
God.
heard.
Oh my God.
Well, apparently the whole world knows now, sweetheart.
Yeah, no, they all know. I don't want them over here in my lap again. No.
Can you hold one up for the camera?
Oh my
Hold it.
God. No. Well, I could try.
No,
Hold on.
Mick,
Yeah,
did
give me a
your
sec.
go ahead? Mick, did
we
your
want to see.
bank holiday go okay? Did you get lots of work while you were on your bank holiday? I think you said it was kind of slow over there.
Well, how do I pull that up?
Hickey six hair. I would hope so. I am Hickey six.
Yes,
The
you
way my
are.
hair is Hickey six hair.
There you go.
Oh my God. Give me just a second.
We want to see the baby chicks. Oh, no, we want to see your cock.
You want to see my collar? I don't know if I'm picking that one up. I'm
I'm
trying to.
not showing you mine.
Well, why not? I'm about to show you mine.
Hey, psychotic truth.
Okay, hold on. I'm turning my camera up there for a minute.
Okay, that's okay. We have a
Be
pretty,
right back.
pretty view of the aurora
All right,
borealis.
where you at?
Man, them things chirp like crazy. They're like, "Hey, is it time to eat?"
I mean, yeah, she's in full blown like self-sufficient mode. Like she's got chickens and she's planting a garden, and I think she's gonna get. I think she said she was gonna get some other farm
Hold on,
animals as
sweetie.
well. So, uh, yeah.
well, well,
Let's see.
well.
Okay. Oh, let's see. I want to see the baby chicken.
Oops, hold on.
Oh my goodness.
Baby chicks.
Oh
Say
wow,
hi.
look at that.
Want to say hi? Hi.
Chirp, chirp, chirp. Oh, look at the camera ham. It's like, let me
Yes, it
pose
is.
right here. Look, its head stays still as you move its body around. That is so weird. It's like, I can't do that.
Okay. Okay, you gotta go back in. I'll be back.
Oh no, John Q, that's terrible.
Well, definitely. She's good. She's planning on getting lots of eggs.
Yes,
Ah,
yes. Sorry.
She said that's well. She said that her family goes through lots of eggs. So
Yeah, we do keto, so we're like
oh
constantly using
yeah,
eggs.
eggs. Yeah,
Yeah.
I know when I was
yes,
doing keto, yeah, eggs. And I love that you can have bacon. So bacon would be a big thing.
I
Yes.
remember one time I got on a cast with Munchkin, and the first thing she said is, "I am so sick of eggs. I want to
Mm-hmm.
eat their mama."
Yeah.
You can have chicken.
Yeah, you could have all your meat.
Well,
Yeah.
apparently she just didn't have any chicken available at the time, or had not gone out shopping or something. But she was like, "I'm so sick of eggs. I want to eat their mama."
Hand
Yeah,
sanitizer.
I could agree with that.
Richard, I have about 16 baby chicks right now. That's why they're so loud.
They're
Goodness.
all in a little bin with a heat lamp, and they're so cute. They're
They're
so
cute.
cute. Drenched in sauce with pasta.
Yeah.
That's not
Pasta.
keto.
No, that's definitely not keto.
That's not keto.
Oh, I miss pasta and bread.
Oh yeah,
Anything white.
Hmm.
I haven't weighed myself in a while.
Rice.
I probably have gained every bit that I lost while I was on keto. Now I got to do it again, which I'm not looking forward
Yeah,
to.
Yeah.
I've been straight for about 7 weeks. I think it's been 7 weeks now.
She
Oh
has a
wow.
group called Keto with Michelle Hughes if you guys want to
Yeah.
join it on
Yeah.
Facebook.
I was on
And she
Yeah.
has
keto
To
all
for
play.
kinds of
two
fun
years.
recipes.
Yeah.
I
So,
did it for about a year, and you know what? And I mean, and this could be, I could be wrong.
hmm
I mean, and it could have just, I'm not even sure where I read it, but
Yeah.
the thing was, is I read this article saying about how keto can actually make your pancreas lazy.
lazy.
And that kind of made sense to me. Like, that if you stay on it for too long, your pancreas can get lazy. And so if you ever stop doing it, then it's like it just goes haywire. So I was like,
In
"Oh,
mine.
okay. So if I'm going to do something like that, it needs to be a very moderate keto because
I
I
guess
don't want
that
my
would
pancreas to
be
get
the
lazy."
South Beach then.
Yeah. Or you could
Oh,
just do the lazy keto. Lazy keto. It's not bad.
well, but they would not really be keto at that point. I mean, like the whole point is to get your body in ketosis, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
if you're not in ketosis, then you're not keto. I mean, that's the way it works. Your pancreas is ripped like Arnold. Well, then you could probably afford it to get a little lazy. I don't know. Arnold's not that ripped anymore. Have you seen him lately?
Oh, I have it.
Oh man, I started
I'm
one of
just saying he's
those.
like 70 years old now. There's a little flab going on. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I started
I
one of
like
them.
lazy too, Red. Sorry, Scuba.
Oh no, it's okay. I thought you were done. I started one of them coughing fits last night, like when I passed out and fell on the floor. Where
Oh
you,
no.
yeah, and I'm like, man, please don't let that be coming back, cause I've already been through that, and I haven't had any more, so it was just a one-time thing last night. For some reason, I was coughing a lot last night, but it went away. I don't know what was
Yeah,
causing it.
Michelle, this was a while back actually, but kind of at the beginning of the pandemic, that he had such a bad coughing fit, he passed out and he hit his head on the corner of the desk on his way down. So he basically
Oh,
woke up to a bloodbath.
Gosh, that's
I hit
horrible.
my nose flat into the floor. I broke my
Oh,
nose.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, I know. Yeah, I mean, he hurt
Wow.
himself really bad, and there was a lot of blood while he was unconscious, kind of thing. So he woke up to like a crime scene.
Wow.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Oh yeah. I mean,
That's
I
I
could
didn't know
show
bless
you
you
your
broke your
heart.
pictures, but
nose.
YouTube would flag me so hard. Yeah, I got pictures and video of said event. It was pretty bad.
Crazy.
Little Katie Bug, she still hadn't got her scent back yet. It's
Oh,
been
really?
since January. Yeah.
When
Wow.
and that's just it. Like, the keto thing is so, or the COVID thing is so different for everybody.
Yeah.
Um, David is convinced that we both had it at the
Hmm.
very, very beginning, like we're talking last March.
Hmm.
I don't think we had it. I mean, we definitely had the most wicked cold that I think I've ever had, because colds generally last like 3 to 5 days, but this one lasted about 3 weeks. But I
Mm.
never lost my sense of taste. I never had a fever. He never had a fever. He never lost a sense of taste.
Yeah.
But he
I
is
didn't
saying that
either.
he's saying that he thinks it affected him more than it affected me. Of course, I think he was just being a big man baby. But I
Agree.
mean, come on,
Thanks,
face it. You guys
Bill.
are,
Yeah, there. That's the
you guys
exact
are.
reason why I fell over. Yeah.
We totaled up everything he spent on vape gear.
It all hit me at once, and I hit the floor.
And so he's convinced that we had it, like I guess a mild version of it, but
Yeah.
I haven't had an antibodies test, so I'd have no idea.
Yeah.
I'm not
Well,
going to
I
bother with
did.
these tests.
It was just me and Caitlin, though. The rest of the family was fine, which was really weird because we all lived together.
Yeah, that is weird. You would think. I mean, no matter how careful you are when you live in the same house as somebody, it's
Oh yeah.
almost a definite, right?
Munchies
Yeah.
And
still
yeah,
There's
and
has.
whatever
Yeah.
it was me and David had, Mom didn't get.
yeah.
So
Huh.
It's odd.
Well, good. Y'all
Very
weren't
odd.
like
yeah.
carriers. That would be bad.
Well, and so I mean, yeah, so Mom didn't get it, and I mean, we were being careful, of course. I mean, but
Yeah.
there's only so careful you can be
Cock
when you
was
live
not
in the same house as
involved,
somebody.
Shelly, during when I fell over. There was no cock involved in the. No.
Jazzy, what's up?
Jazzy! What's going on
Hi,
here?
Jazzy.
We're just shooting the stuff there, Jazzy. Unless people have an
I'm so
idea of what juice y'all would like Jen to try to make, y'all can throw out some
right.
suggestions. We're
Yeah,
Do the one
waiting on you
shots
Jazzy.
come
guys.
in syringe or bottles? All right, that's a very good question, Lurden.
Nice,
Lurden, I
Bill.
want. You know what? I can't make that claim. There's that if you go to the FDA website and you go through the warning letters, there have been a shit ton of warning letters that the FDA has sent out to people for making false COVID claims on their products.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So I can't legally say that. But no, Lurden has an excellent question. She says, "Do the one shots come in syringe or bottles?" Looking at the website, um, either. Okay, so when you go to the product page, you'll see it says needle tip sizes and then syringe sizes. Okay, the needle tip sizes are the bottle like this. Okay, and it's got a needle tip size on it like that.
Yeah, I
So
like
this is
those.
good for mixing weight. Okay, if you
Hmm.
mix by weight. This because the needle tip you just drip, 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 drip until you get to your
Or
weight.
filling your tank, because it's got a nice small hole.
Well, this
That's
is
not.
just for concentrate.
That's what she
So
said,
Oh,
not
oh,
me.
for custard. I can't never hit the hole anyway.
yeah, so
And now the needle tip.
poor
Sorry.
Munchkin, poor Munchkin. Now I don't have one of those other bottles readily available, but the syringe sizes are 35, 70, and 130, and those have a wider neck on them, and they have a press-in adapter, which is basically this piece of plastic that has a hole in
Oh,
it.
hold on. I have a picture.
Oh, you do? Cool.
Well, I don't have a picture. I have a bottle like that.
And
Oh, I
so
don't.
the um, press-in adapter, there you go, just like that. So, and I sell the
Oh,
syringes that fit in the Preston adapters as well. And so you can, the Preston adapter will come pre-installed, and if you want syringes to go with it, you can just add them on. They're like 50 cents. Um, and so you choose. If you mix by volume, I highly suggest you get a syringe size. If
yeah.
you mix by weight, I would suggest you get a needle tip size. And I hope that answered your question, Lardon.
Jen
Nice,
got me
Wally.
hooked on
Or
those.
Lettering.
The press-in adapters, you got me addicted to those. They really work good for your additive.
They're
Yes.
awesome. I mean,
Yeah.
those little press-ins, it works great. If you're mixing, now if you're just making little 30 mil bottles, probably not. But if you make giant like 500 mil bottles, yeah, big bottles like this, then yeah. Which
Hmm.
if I don't make juice soon, I'm gonna be really mad. Is that my Nillen? Oh my God.
Well, I know where you can get the concentrated
I,
for
do-
you.
I
Yeah,
know, right?
scuba.
I'm well. I'm
Sorry.
I'm used to my camera being over there, so every time I hold something up, I'm way off. I'm like over here. Yeah, that's very low, very low. Wow.
You need
Ah,
more.
I'll just vape this. Oh no, better not do that. All
wait.
WD-40.
Don't do that, people.
No,
Do
do
That's
not,
not
great.
try
do
this at
not,
home.
do not vape WD-40.
Do
Ugh.
not try this.
Don't do
That
it.
shit's flammable, people.
So what is the deal like with the on your flavor shots? Are there some that are flammable that can't be shipped overseas?
Um, there are definitely some that are flammable. Why is David calling me on Facebook? No, it was a butt dial. Never mind.
Ta-ta.
Um, there are definitely some that are flammable that I do not have on the website because
Okay.
they need to go via ground transportation. Um,
Oh,
I
that
have
sucks,
to
Sloan.
look.
Aries Ram can't be shipped.
Well, actually, I went back. I'm not sure what I put Aries RAM on the website because the Flashpoint is definitely over the flammable. Um, uh, I can definitely do Aries RAM if I have to go back because I don't know why. At one point I said it couldn't be shipped, and then when I went and did the calculations, it was definitely over the Flashpoint. So I'm not really sure what
There you go.
I have to go back and read the. I have to go back and read it again.
Sloan, order now before she changes her mind.
Right? Order it
Hurry.
now.
Oh, she had a coupon code which she had on her show that I don't remember what the
I did
word
have a
was.
coupon code. I put one up just for this show. 10% off
Yep,
using coupon code Mixin.
that's it. Mixon.
Mixin.
HTTP colon// piggysick.com. This will be good through.
Ain't that the truth, Bill?
Okay, now John
Amen,
Q,
bro.
I can go back and look through your account and see if you've ever had Aries RAM. Although you like the Pegasus poop the best, I know that was definitely your thing.
Ah,
Pegasus poop.
Pegasus poop, not
Yeah.
Pegasus tears. Poop. Okay.
She said poop. I'm going poop.
Oh, I okay.
Oh, he wants the Zoom link. Oh, okay, that's fine. All right, send this. He wants to join us.
Oh, bring it on. I may have to
Bring it
readjust the
on.
window, but I think it's actually going to fit all four of us
I
without me
think
having
it'll
to do.
fit us all.
Yep.
Yeah.
Aries Ram ice cream and Kool-Aid mixed.
Huh?
Hmm.
What kind of Kool-Aid?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, what Kool-Aid would you even put with that? That would be
10 liters and
interesting.
some coffee. Hey, put the order in, dude.
Boom. There he is. I know
Hey,
Ed!
that's definitely a green screen.
yeah,
Yes, I
yep,
did.
yep.
There's
I,
no way in hell I have a house that's nice
I
or
was
that
gonna be like,
pretty
go back and grab a book
or that clean.
that says Michelle Hughes on there. Prove it.
All righty.
Yeah. No, see now you're gonna grab a
Wait,
Michelle Hughes book.
he has
Yeah,
my
so
book.
there
Yeah, he
you
has a
go.
Michelle Hughes Booker too, because I don't know if you guys know this or not, but Michelle Hughes is an accomplished author. She has
Oh, thank
several
you.
books available to purchase on Amazon,
Absolutely.
and one of them is narrated by my husband.
Oh,
Yes,
It
nice.
indeed.
is.
Which also
He's
And I
means
had a blast doing it too.
she can spell good. I'm just
so
Yeah.
well
She can
sometimes.
spell good.
saying.
I have a spell checker.
You can't write books
Hey.
and not know what the heck you're saying. What's that word for that? Yeah, that didn't work good.
Let me look that up. That's great.
Oh
Yes,
yeah.
and I know at one point you were even considering having David re-record because the book he recorded is the second book in the series,
Should have been
and the
the
first
first.
book,
Yeah.
yeah, the first book was recorded by somebody else, and
And she will
she
not give up rights. She won't do it.
really,
Wow.
wow.
Nope. Because that was
So
my Kindle Scout book. So she
okay,
gets promotions from them.
oh okay.
Uh,
Well, yeah, she was going to try and see if she could get it re-recorded with David doing the narration on it, because she loved what David did so much. David did his
Yes.
best to have different characters and voices, and you
nice.
know, it came out really great. It came out really great.
I had a lot of fun with it, and yeah, there's about 20 different characters in there,
Yeah.
including a young child. Uh,
Yeah.
Mhm.
that was fun.
Ah. Did you
Yeah.
get the mini Juggernaut, David, or the regular size Juggernaut? I mean, yeah, I like the Juggernaut. It's a good RTA. So
But
genre is different.
since then, he has done what, four books
I've
from, well, Gabriel. There's the
Gabriel, four books
scientific.
from Gabriel. Mhm.
He's what he's called he's a metaphysical scientist, metaphysics scientist.
Hey,
It's
he's
not considered nonfiction. It's actually still considered fiction.
well, no, well, it's classified as fiction. It's categorized as fiction for legal reasons. And so there were some very interesting theoretical things that are discussed in Gabriel's books. Um, it's a lot of fun. As a matter of fact, if you watched Kong versus Godzilla,
Yeah.
it does go in depth into Antarctica, and the in the last book that I did with him, which talks about going into the entrance through the mouth in Antarctica, the same one that was used by Kong in the movie. Um, to go into the area where we believe that a lot of stuff has happened with our military and other things like that. And so it's a lot of stuff. Bill does voiceovers for the porn industry. Well, if there are any openings, I would love,
That
love,
ain't.
love,
Hey,
love. I
David,
know there's a
that
lot
does
of
not
openings
sound
in
right.
porn, but
That doesn't sound right.
a lot of openings in porn, right? Um,
If there's any openings, really? You had to
Oh
word
my
it that
god.
way.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh,
But I will definitely give it a stab if given an opportunity.
Oh
So,
my god. Okay.
okay.
I'm gonna
I
shut
didn't
up.
say give it hope.
yeah, and now the latest book that I worked on, I'm really excited about. It has not. It's just gone to Audible approval, which is
About to go there.
yeah, yeah. Well, it's on its way for Audible approval, right? And
Yes.
that is the Well-Spoken Thesaurus. And this is actually a 17-hour Audible. Um,
He
and
busted his ass for a month
uh,
to get that thing done on time.
It sounds like
yeah,
David's done quite a few books. I mean,
He's done
mhm,
6, and
that's
yeah,
mhm,
that's
he's done about
yeah.
good.
6.
I was like, wow, I
I
thought
mean,
he
when
might
he
get
goes
one or
on
two, but yeah.
now, when he goes on to the into the forum, and there's like books to audition for, so you go in and they
Oh,
give you a snippet to audition, right? You record that and you send it to the author, and then the author will pick one. And I mean, yeah, basically, every time he goes on there and he submits some auditions, I mean, he usually gets a job within a day.
that's
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 awesome.
awesome.
So,
I didn't know they had a thing where you could just go and audition like that. Yeah, because I was gonna be like,
yeah.
how do you even tell
Absolutely.
people? But that's great that they have one of those
Yeah.
groups.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, and Michelle actually got me in there, which I definitely appreciate. I've been looking for
Aw.
my way in for years into the voiceover industry, and now I've been able to go further and look into what's needed to get me in the door for other voiceover opportunities. So hopefully I'll be doing YouTube, radio spots, maybe movie trailers, things like that.
In a world.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely. I
Go
would
ahead,
love
give
to
it to
do
us.
that.
Come on, in a world. Give it
Come
to us.
on.
Yeah. Do you? Should I share my trailer, honey?
Just give us an in a
Come
world.
on.
In the world. There you go.
Awesome.
Oh, Vic does sex books? I didn't know that.
Oh, you learn something new about your friends every day.
Oh,
Now.
and
Oh my
Big to the
goodness,
seven
Bill.
dwarfs.
and all the folks who said hi, hello right back at you. It is great to see these familiar folks. And I would have said something, but Jen, so. But
See, Michelle's not going to get a word in edgewise now. You got three people who know how
Yay.
to run a
I'm
cast
being
by
quiet right
themselves.
now. I'm quiet.
I'm just saying, between the four of us, three of us know how to do a cast on our own for 2 to 3 hours, and yeah, we're.
I haven't even had a
talking.
drink.
but
When I drink, that's when
Michelle
my mouth
has
starts
other
running.
skills. She has other skills, and they're
Aw,
quite applicable, I'm sure.
thank you. Thank you. I'm more of a typer than a talker.
There you go. There you
Yeah,
go.
but you got that husky voice going on. Come
Imagine
Yeah,
on.
you do.
if you
You
had.
you you definitely have the voice for the casting.
I could not do what y'all did though. No way could I do that, David. That's crazy. I tried. I did the first chapter and gave up. But nope, done.
What, to narrate your book?
Yep, done.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What if you had to write a book on? This might go back before some people. A real typewriter.
I used to do that. You know,
You
I'm,
used
I'm
to
pretty
do
old,
that?
Scuba.
Holy moly!
I'm pretty old, dude.
Well, I'm just saying, I can't imagine how hard that would be. Oh my God, whiteout time again.
Yeah.
Oh, I'd go
Oh
crazy.
yeah. My grandfather actually he wrote a book that he would it was funny he'd be like, "Oh, I'm going to send you a copy of my book, David." I'm like, "Oh, okay." And so what would he do? He'd sit down at his typewriter and type out his book again and then send it to me. I and,
Wow.
They had
and
Xerox machines back then, you know.
well, they did, but but you think my grandfather was going to go spend a quarter a page to get that done? No. It,
That's crazy.
Oh, yeah, no,
what
I
is
mean
it?
it.
One man, one bear, one forest. Who will walk out?
There you go. I think you got a career lined up, David. You just
Yeah.
once you get, I think especially getting on movie trailers, you just got to know the right people because there was one guy I don't know his name that was like voicing
Fontaine.
over all the
Fontaine,
all
man.
the movie trailers. You could oh I know that voice.
Yeah, that was Fontaine.
Yeah,
He was the master. He was the in a world voice, the
yeah.
original in a world voice. I believe he passed on a couple of years
Oh,
back, but yeah,
You got a
I
great
would
voice.
like
That's
I,
awesome.
I would like to do some of that, and I have found the end to do that, but
Ah,
I have to create a demo reel and some other things like that, and then
chop
I'll
chop.
be able to start doing stuff like that. Now, I did actually make an in the world video recently.
Oh,
He
cool.
wants to share it with you guys.
Yeah, if y'all want to hear it, I'll share it. That's up to you guys. I don't know if Scuba has sharing enabled or not.
Yeah, I think I do. I don't think I turned that off. Let me see. Let me make sure. Is sharing turned on? Yeah, one person can share at a time. That's fine.
All right. And just for the record, guys, this is a test. And it's probably not the final version of this, but so this is an exclusive share here. I will not be, yeah, I won't be sharing this publicly for a while beyond what we're doing right now. So let me open it up on my end. That's what she said. But
Oh my goodness.
yes.
This is
He had to go
two
there.
dudes and two women. This is completely different than what I'm used to now.
What are you used to?
I'm
Does she
kind of
usually
worried,
have
Scuba.
legs, feet, and munchkin on? I
One
mean,
man, one woman. That's what I'm used to right
There you go.
now.
There you go. All right. Here we go. Let's see how this works.
Let me see what it looks like on cast to make sure. Ooh, that is way off.
In a world without form,
Is it a video?
no clouds grace an empty black sky. No creature roams the open plain. The seas are empty, still, and lifeless. Until 4 words echoed throughout the universe. So there you go.
Nice.
Good job.
Oh, there we go. Now I'm gonna have to readjust the screen. Yeah, I tried to get it in screen, but doing it that fast was kind of hard. There we go. Wow. So did you
You
have
know,
to do
Shell.
the music for that, or I mean, was that something?
Oh no. That's music that I use for the Christian Armament now.
Oh, okay.
But it's actually a song out there available on YouTube called "Eyes of Glory." Um,
I'm
and
sure it's
I think
royalty free.
yeah, it's because I
Okay.
remember there was something that we were watching just a week ago or so, and I heard a very
thank you,
faint
Red.
music in the background, and I went, "Hey, that's the Christian Armament music."
Hey, Disco! It's Disco
Disco
Potato!
potato.
I just like coughed my liquid everywhere. Guys, you're killing me.
Say it, don't spray it.
Yeah. Okay.
And we hear her chirping in the background. Chirp,
Oh, I
chirp, chirp,
know.
chirp,
Hey,
chirp,
Disco. It's good to see you, honey.
chirp, chirp,
but,
chirp.
but yeah, I think I finally mastered this microphone here, Scuba. I had some struggles when I first opened this baby up, but yeah, I think it's
Well,
working
show it
out
to
pretty
us.
well.
Go ahead. Let
Well,
us
Show
see.
us the toys.
if you have,
Oh,
if
No,
you,
just pull it out the boom arm, David.
okay. I hear you. I want to make sure I can see what I'm doing. Okay. There we go. Let's see here.
it's on the spring. Pew, pew.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah,
Oh, it
that's
doesn't
the
go. Oh,
Yeti.
I thought you pulled
Oh,
it. I
look at
thought
there.
it came out further than that.
Yeah, on the Yeti that I used, I had the gain turned all the
Nice.
way off. On the computer, the gain is all the way off. And then I run, I don't know if you have an NVIDIA graphics card, but then you have RTX voice, which cuts out all the background noise. But
Huh.
figuring out how to do it on this one's it's got a lot more filters and stuff to deal with.
Well, that's the thing. This isn't just the regular Yeti. This is the Yeti
X,
X,
right, right.
and it uses a software profile. And so I already have I have a mixer set up here. Now I use Reaper for my recordings,
Hmm.
and with Reaper I have that set to filter out the other stuff. I didn't know NVIDIA had something to so it can do that in real time.
Yeah, NVIDIA, as long as you got an NVIDIA graphics card, that
Yeah.
stuff,
I do.
yeah, it
Mm-hmm.
it's a free program. RTX Voice, you just download it and then you choose your input.
RTX voice.
Yep.
Okay.
You choose your input, you choose your output, and then you it's got an adjustment level to I just leave mine on full, and it literally you can bang on your desk, you won't hear a bit of it. It knocks it all out. Only when you talk.
Nice.
Nice.
It works great. I tested it and I was like, wow, this thing really works. Getting it set with this is a lot harder because there's a soundboard and you have to feed it from one
Um,
thing over to a stream, back over to RTX and back out.
Is that your mom?
yeah, sorry, that's mine.
Oh, sorry,
Oh,
mom.
go
I was talking
ahead.
to Michelle. Today's my mom's birthday.
Yes,
Happy
it is.
birthday, Jen's
Happy
mom.
birthday.
Yes, a happy birthday, mom. She says thank you. So yeah, Frankenmeiser, he is loving Reaper so much.
um,
Loves Reaper. Like he makes the tracks with all the different characters and like yeah, it's awesome.
Lurden, all I was told is that you had to have an NVIDIA graphics card. It don't have to be one of those new RTX 3090 or 3080. I have an old TX 1070 or something, and it works fine with it. So
Yeah, they're
I give it a
saying
shot.
GTX level users can still download and use the old RTX voice app.
Hmm.
There's a link for that. So
Okay. I don't know. I
it's,
downloaded whatever
Yeah.
one.
yeah, the broadcast app requires the RTX 2060, RTX
Ah,
3000, or the Titan RX or
yeah.
higher.
I didn't use the broadcast app. I used the normal one. So that one I know works. It's very simple because there's literally two check boxes and input output done.
Oh, nice. Okay. I will definitely
Yeah,
be
give it a
checking
shot
that out.
and try banging on your desk and then, record it and then play it back. You shouldn't hear any of it. You might get one knock and then it blocks out all the rest of it.
Well, that's cool. I was wondering if there's a way for me to filter
Nice.
out in real time.
Yep.
That's fantastic.
Yep.
Does it filter chickens?
It would filter chickens. It would.
I have the NVIDIA too. I just don't know how to use any of that.
Uh, whenever. I mean, I can't really show you on the cast, but I mean, it's not hard. It's a very simple program.
Okay.
Very simple. And they
You
still
really
use
are.
XSplit. The new OBS version 27, which is still in beta, it has a noise suppression built into it also, but that's for any old kind of card.
I
That's
don't
for
you don't use
anything.
XSplit when you record, do you, David?
No,
Yeah.
no.
Okay,
I
there you go.
I, I
Obviously he's not
know.
doing any
I'm
video stuff.
using Reaper
Yeah,
for all of
Frankenmeiser
my
was just
record.
talking about how great Reaper is.
Oh,
Uh,
Reaper is freaking fantastic.
I think
I
Reaper's the one that's
I
got 8 million settings in it. That's why I'm like, oh
it,
no.
it does. It has so many. And you're not wrong there, Scuba. It took me two or 3 weeks
Wow.
to meet the learning curve, really, with the
Wow.
software. But if you go to Reaper.fm and you watch the videos that this guy put together, the guy who created this stuff, you just start with his tutorials. You'll get comfortable with it, and you won't want to use anything else. Um, it's just fantastic. And the flexibility of it. And by the way,
There.
the updates are ridiculous. He's constantly patching and adding new things. I started using.
You you see on
I
the screen?
started.
Um, that
Yep, I
that's what
do.
the program looks like. It's that simple. Input, output, two check marks. Remove background noise from my microphone. You can't get any
Oh,
simpler than that.
I wonder if that would help
wow.
with your trains and stuff. Because
Well,
that's a
I
so
mean,
here's the problem that we were having. I mean, and this is really taking a toll on our marriage, okay, is that in order for him to record, he really can't do it during the day because you got dogs barking, you got
Oh,
cars in the neighborhood, you
Yeah.
got a train going by,
there you
and because
go, man.
I live very close to some um, railroad tracks, about 100 yards away from railroad tracks. So you got the trains going by, and school buses and whatnot. So he ends up getting up at like he'll go to bed at like 9, and he'll get up at like 1, so he can record from like 1 to
Wow.
5.
Yeah, you
And
shouldn't have to
then
do that. You need to
so
get you
he
a.
records from like 1 to 5, and then he'll stay up until maybe 9 or 10 doing some editing and whatnot. Then he goes back to bed, at 10, and then he'll get up at like
Wow.
1 or 2, and do whatever he needs to do, whatever around the house, whatnot, and then go back to bed at 9 so that he can get up at 1, so he can record from 1 to 5.
Wow.
And it's just it's really him not being available during the day, and then sleeping all the time, and then like I mean just and he's still not he finished this book up about what 2 weeks ago now, and
No, it's been a week. Over a week, right?
I think it's
Hey,
getting closer
Pippa.
to 2 weeks.
Mm.
DIY
But
down under.
what's up?
Miss Pippa.
Look at the
Voice
Linus
meter.
Tech Tips video about RTX voice to see what it can cancel out. So yeah, I mean something that would definitely get rid of all background noise except for what it's picking up in the mic right here would be awesome.
I I mean the test for me was like banging on the keyboard, hitting on the desk, and it blocked all of that out. Which I was like, wow, because I know it'll block out stuff like air conditioner unit or something. Those steady
Yeah, that's the
noises.
other
It take,
thing
yeah.
is that
Yeah.
he can't. I mean, even just being in his studio because he's been exploring options to soundproof that room
Hmm.
because I mean, even in the middle of the night, I mean, if somebody gets up to go to the bathroom and flushes the toilet, he can hear the water running.
Ah.
If can't run the washing machine or the dryer because he can hear it. Our laundry room actually is backed up to that room that he's in, so it's like, I mean, he just you cannot. I can't be downstairs watching TV because he can hear it, and so anything that
Hmm.
he could do to get rid of background. And if you said it got rid of you banging on the desk,
Yes.
David,
I don't know if it's working
you
on
need
this
to
one.
get that.
Can you hear that?
You need to get that. No,
Yeah,
I
I'm
could
banging
see
on.
it vibrating.
That's how hard I was
Nice.
hitting the desk. That's what I'm. It's running
Did
now,
you see that, David?
but.
I didn't see it, but I'm.
Bang on the
Did you
desk again.
did you see my? Oh well, crap!
Oh,
I
He's
just
banging on the desk.
I just knocked my mod. I blew my mod apart. That's how hard I was hitting the desk.
Oh.
And we could not hear that. That's awesome.
The mustard? No, I do not.
So
What did
yeah,
he
David.
say the program was?
RTX voice.
I'm gonna.
You
Yeah,
just
David,
literally
get that.
Google that. It'll take you right to the link, and boom, you're done.
You got that info, David?
yeah,
David.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I'm just ready. I mean, especially doing something like that where you need to have your sound like pristine. Yeah, you need something that's gonna block out noise. Man, I had
Well,
this thing for
yeah,
so
and I
long.
have a filter that I run for that on Reaper, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. It's not supported in your existing GPU.
Oh.
RTX enabled GPU is needed. So
My
dang.
vape is my invisibility cloak.
Oh man.
Cool.
Uh,
Watch.
This door won't go back in now. Great. I'm gonna have to go get aluminum foil.
That's great.
Dadgummit.
Is that the new door, Scuba?
Yeah. Oh wait, I got it. All right.
Don't breathe
It's
hard. Don't
staying.
breathe hard.
It was great until I banged on the mod literally bounced up in the air and hit, then it
I can't
exploded.
believe we couldn't hear it.
Yeah.
So what mic are you using this mic?
Yeah, I'm using this mic. But still, even with the other mic, the other one is a little harder because of all the inputs and outputs that it does. So I got to figure out how to do it. Once I get it to where it's completely quiet. But this one I can turn sound gates on, so it only kicks in the mic at a certain level, and then when it goes below that level, it mutes everything. So sound gate, open and
Yeah.
close.
But if you can get that to work, holy crap, David, we
Yeah.
won't even have to soundproof your room.
Yeah.
That would be so cool.
He could do that with that Blue Yeti or the Yeti X also. I mean, not the same outputs, but it'll still. He could use noise suppression and stuff. Even in OBS, if you just had that, because you can hit start recording and record just no video but audio. I don't know if it'd be as good as some of the Reaper and stuff that you're using though.
Well,
I think
yeah,
there's some.
with the Reaper, basically what it comes down to is that you're recording you're recording all of your background noise, right?
Mm-hmm.
What I do is at the beginning of every track that I do, I put 5 seconds of just background noise at the very beginning of it. And then what I do is that I have a filter that I run against about 2 seconds of that 5 second block. And then I manually adjust it so that I make sure that I'm getting the full meat of my voice in there. Um, yeah, it's a lot of work, but it works out pretty well. It sounds nice, but it's not going to do anything when a train's going by.
Right.
I don't know. You saw him banging on his desk, and we could not hear
said
it.
for this it wouldn't.
Yeah.
I didn't.
Yeah.
We're not talking about that. Okay,
You need to
it's
get
not.
that.
I thought he'd have a compatible card though. That sucks.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
the way the chip shortage is right now, graphics cards are outrageously expensive now.
I thought we have.
Yes, they
What
are.
is it that you have? Because I thought we had the same thing.
We do. Hold on.
How do you say it? NVIDIA?
Yeah,
whatever.
NVIDIA.
It came with my Alienware, so I've never used it except just to let it run.
Chirp, 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 chirp.
I know, I'm going to mute for a minute.
No, we like to hear it. I can't hear you if you talk and you're muted.
I know, my husband just walked in, so I wanted him to know that we were on live.
Chirp, 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 chirp.
Chirp, chirp. I'm going to figure out how to use it just to make it not go chirp, chirp, chirp. And then I'll make videos of the chickens.
So cute.
They are
we love
adorable.
The chirp, 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 chirps.
Adorable. Little chirpies. I think I could do like a 24-hour web stream of just the chickens and people would probably watch it. It's just funny.
You have no idea. I literally watch Eagles.
I watched Eagles. Come on. Didn't I turn you on to the Eagles?
No. I'm watching the Friends of Redding's Eagles. And she had 3 babies, and now they all have feathers.
3?
Yeah, 3. And there's 3 babies, and they all now have feathers, and they should be flying really soon, I'm thinking. So I
like to watch the Southwest Florida Eagle Cam. And yes, Harriet and M15. I did that a couple years back. I was obsessed with watching it. I watched it constantly, and then I even went to David's parents for Christmas, and I had it on my phone. I was like watching it, and my brother-in-law, he was like, "What are you watching?" And I was like, "Check this out," And I'm like, "We're waiting for the pip to happen." A pip, for you guys who don't know, is the first crack in the egg that the little babies use. They have a little pointy thing on their beaks right here that they use to break the egg. So it's called a pip. So the first crack you see in the egg is a pip. And we're just, everybody's waiting for the pip. Wait a minute. It happened on Christmas Eve. It was awesome. And so to watch these little guys, they come out and it's just amazing. And I was out mentioning this to David the other night, actually, because we were watching something with well, actually, I came home last night and he was watching the most horrifying video I think I've ever seen in my life. It was the worst animal parents in nature. And it was showing like all of these horrible things that animals will do to their young. It was just, it was terrible.
Oh yeah, like one of them was showing where if I forget which creatures it was, but
what was it? The thing also,
if they would annoy their mom for more food and all of this, and so at some point she'd eat one of them.
Yeah, well, it said there was one.
Ate them?
Yeah.
Oh, I think it was pandas. Pandas, if they have more than one cub, that most of the time they will just ignore the weaker of the two because they just can't function. They really cannot handle two cubs at once. So the mothers will
Oh,
just ignore the weaker of the two and pay all their attention to the stronger of the two and just let the other one die. And
wow.
was it hamsters or gerbil? No, hamsters tend to have a lot of babies, like 15 to 20 of them.
Oh, yeah.
And when they don't have enough, they really they can't feed them all. So it's like she kind of picks her favorite 8, and the other rest of them just die, or she eats them.
Wow.
And oh, and
Wow.
then there was one. If this wasn't in the video, but you were telling me that you were reading or whatever. There was sharks. This is horrifying. This isn't even a mom thing. Sharks lay eggs right inside their bellies because they're fish, right? But
Right.
they'll lay like 50 of them, 50 eggs inside the womb, and the eggs will hatch, and they don't have anything to, there's no placenta, so they don't have any food. So the 50 babies literally have a death match inside the mother
No.
until there's
Oh.
just one left, and that one gets born.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Oh, that's
Hey, okay,
horrible.
now how
There
do
can
I
be
sound,
only one.
guys?
You sound
How do
good.
I sound?
You
Do
sound
I
good.
sound the
Good.
same?
Amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Ready?
Yeah.
I heard
I
that.
heard that. Yeah.
Well, but
Yeah.
it cut out though. I don't
Hey.
hear that.
Yeah, that went away.
Do it
Okay,
again.
now
Ooh, that was loud.
Well, I heard it and then it cut out. So when you do it again, I can't hear that.
Yeah, can't hear that. So it's kind of like I
So
don't
it
know if
like
it
it has
picks
to
it up.
hear it and then cuts it out.
Yeah, it adjust. It should adjust automatically for whatever noise it hears. It literally. I know when I first started doing it, the very beginning of the cast, it would catch it and then like I'd have my speakers on, so everybody that was talking, and immediately it would mute them out, and they never came on again after that.
well, it sounds to me like this RTX chip is specifically designed for that, and that might actually justify for me considering upgrading my video card
There
whenever
you go.
video card can be bought again, right?
Yeah, just don't try to buy the
Um,
most expensive brand new one. Just get one that's compatible with that, and you'll be good to go.
is there anything other
That's
than the most expensive one right now? That's the problem. Yeah, you know.
Maybe on eBay. I don't know about it in the stores because they sell all the new stuff. It's hard to find the older video cards.
Yeah. Well, no, that's the thing. I'm going to need a newer video card. It's going to need to be an RTX enabled video
Oh,
card.
the Eagles I was talking about, the Friends of Reading's Eagles. The funniest thing I saw, she's got 3 babies. This was before they had feathers, and the mama eagle comes back. Well, it could have been the dad. I don't know. They both hang out there, the mom and the dad. But one of them brought back a bird, a kill, right, and it was laying there, which I thought was dead in the nest. The mama was over there just like, doing her own thing, and the bird kind of barely moved, almost like, is she looking? Nope. And took off. It was hilarious. Just booked ass. She was gone. And the eagle was like, ain't that a bitch? Just looking over the nest. It was hilarious.
oh
Oh.
man.
Wow.
And but yeah, so there's something that led to that we were talking about. I don't remember.
I'm
But
confused. I forgot.
watching watching the little babies hatch. They're so. Oh, I remember because I was telling David about this. That it really surprised me because when you think about it, every other species on the planet, okay. I mean, when the babies are born, some of them are pretty helpless, like birds. I mean, they're really very helpless. But I mean, they're usually ready to go in about 2 months,
Oh, yeah.
right? I mean, they're fully grown and they got their feathers and they're ready to start flying in about 2, 3 months. You got other animals like horses and giraffe and whatnot that, I mean, they plop out walking, right?
Yo.
And, even puppies and kittens are usually good to go in about a week or two, right? I mean, they're not good to go away from their moms, but I mean, they're up and functioning, right? And like, think about humans. I mean,
Whoa.
Well,
seriously.
I'm muting again. Sorry.
I mean, if zebras they're out in the wild, and if they weren't able to walk when they were first born, they would be a quick snack for any lion,
Right.
tiger.
But humans, I mean, they are completely helpless. I mean, literally completely helpless for about
Yes.
2 years before they're even able to like start feeding themselves. And well, I mean, I guess they can
Yeah.
hold a bottle before then, but still, I mean, it's like, and they're pretty vulnerable and helpless for, I mean, 10, 15 years. Like, I mean, there's just no other species on the planet that is as helpless as human beings are.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
You're
Mhm.
mean, it's
right.
just I mean, because like I said, they're all usually ready to go within a few months.
Ours are ready to go in 40 years now.
Right?
Yeah.
Right.
Whoa,
Oh,
that
wait.
is doing a weird green screen effect.
Oh,
Just the
wow.
Yeah, it is.
middle
That
is
is
Hang
cool.
on. Let me take that off. Let me take it off. None. Okay. So mom just finished this. I
Oh,
don't know
that's
if you
one of
can
those
see that.
Oh, how
jewel
pretty.
things, man.
Yeah, the diamond painting. Look at that.
Beautiful.
Isn't that pretty?
You did a great job, Mom.
I got one for
Michelle says
Christmas
you
and
did a
haven't done it
great
yet
job.
because
Look at all the
I
glittery.
think my eyes will go blind before I finish it.
See, it's all glittery.
Oh
Ooh,
yeah,
glitter, 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 glitter.
looks like it was very well
So
done.
pretty.
Mm.
Yeah, she loves
Very
doing
cool.
these.
Did a
Michelle
good
said you
job.
did a beautiful job.
Yes.
Beautiful.
She should frame it. Seriously. That's beautiful.
Oh, she's gonna frame it. She always frames it. As a matter of fact, she's been hanging them up all over my house.
I love it. I've got Kayla. She paints. One of them draws, Caitlin, and the other one paints. And I've got like art everywhere from all these kids.
But yeah, I mean, and Janet, and how you doing, Janet? I haven't seen you in a long time. But
I
yeah, I'm with you that. I mean, when I said 2 years, I meant, I mean, completely even helpless to feed themselves. When I
Right.
say totally helpless, they can't even feed themselves until they're about 2 years old. At 2 years old, they're able to grab things and put it in their mouth, without much help. Uh, but yeah, I mean, come on, face it. I mean, i- if you dropped a child that was less than 10 years old in the middle of the forest, it's not going to survive
Nope.
for longer than a day or two. I mean, really. And,
Yeah.
but yeah, and as far as how long it takes them to mentally be able to take care of themselves.
Lord.
yeah, that just seems to get longer with each generation.
Why is
Yeah.
that?
Yep.
Oh.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's pretty depressing, but
Yeah.
Hmm. Y'all
You
You want
mixing
me
mixing
to
a
a
mix
lemon
a
cookie.
lemon
cookie.
cookie? See, nobody has even thrown out any ideas,
Nothing.
Simon. You're the first person to throw out an idea.
All
A
right.
lemon cookie. We could do a
Somebody
lemon
said
cookie.
make a Heisenberg, but honestly, I have one that's supposedly like Heisenberg, and it tastes nothing like Heisenberg. And Jen would probably have to taste it for. It's a blue raspberry slushy, is basically what that
I
juice
mean, I
is.
have Blue Saber,
Right,
but it's
but
not. I think Heisenberg is much more minty
it,
than.
it's kind of
I haven't.
hard to explain.
I haven't tried Heisenberg but from what I've heard about it, it's a blue raspberry slushy, but it is definitely cold. Like it's definitely got a mint. I mean,
Oh, the
my
Berg
Blue
one
Saber,
oh,
does.
Richard, we have a bacon.
he
Um,
knows.
yeah, yeah,
I
There's
don't.
yeah.
two
It's
versions of
Get rid of that.
Heisenberg. I don't like the menthol one. The one I get does not have that minty taste.
Okay, well, you've had Heisenberg and you've had my Blue Saber.
Mhm.
Are they even remotely similar?
No, they're not. I.
No.
It's kind of like
Well,
a
Yardbird, don't tell me
blueberry that I
Jen
can't
ignores your
explain and a
suggestions.
real sweet taste to it. I don't know so much that I get the slushy part of it, and I don't even like blueberries usually, but so I don't know
It's
what
not
that kind of.
blueberry, it's blue raspberry.
Yeah, there you go. It's
It's not supposed to be blueberry. I
it's
don't even
just
think
different.
Heisenberg is supposed to be. It's blue slushy,
Yeah, the
blue
whole
raspberry
blue
slushy.
color of the liquid throws me off. I don't know why
Yeah,
they.
Yeah,
but
I
what
don't put
is
any food coloring in.
Right.
what is a blue raspberry? I know it's a candy,
Well,
but
blue raspberries are actually only grown in southern Asia.
yeah,
And
He's
they're
so full of
very
shit.
rare. What?
You're
They're a
full of
very
shit.
rare breed of
yeah.
You're very
raspberry.
full of shit. Blue, technically speaking, blue raspberries don't exist. Okay, it's just a
Yeah.
raspberry with blue food coloring.
Hello, Pat.
Um,
So,
but
I mean, why wouldn't you just do a really sweet raspberry vape then?
Yeah.
um, I mean, I'm not saying
Because
that
it's
there.
not blue.
I'm not saying that there is raspberry, regular raspberry in my mix, but I'm not saying
Yeah.
that there's not regular raspberry in my mix.
You
Uh,
know, I'm with Simon. I don't know if
7-Eleven.
Jen's
There
Good
made
you
one,
go.
any
Janet.
kind
There,
of.
Janet got it right. Blue raz is grown in 7-Eleven. That's
There you
exactly
go.
right.
what has Jen not made?
I haven't seen you make any kind of lemon, pretty much anything.
Oh, I've
Maybe
got a
you have.
lemon. I've got a lemon pound cake. Well, lemon. It's lemon twinkle.
Hmm.
I have lemonade. I have
Lemonade.
the strawberry limeade and the cherry limeade.
Mhm.
Um, I have the
The
hooch
problems
rich, of
with the
course.
lemons, of course, is how you have to be so
Oh yeah.
scarce with the lemon. Otherwise, you end up every one of them tastes like pledge. Mm.
Like
Mm.
some kind of light lemon custard cookie, like almost just a smooth lemony cookie would be really good, I think.
Oh, how about that cake that I didn't pick up today? That would be an ideal one to do.
One you
Chocolate
didn't pick up?
yeah, the one
Oh,
I didn't pick up. The chocolate covered strawberries with white chocolate and custard and cake.
you know how hard white
Oh man.
chocolate is. Tried so
Mm.
many different white chocolates and they just don't
All
work.
right.
Chocolate,
Yeah.
chocolate is a pain.
Chocolate
But
I
yeah,
can deal with. The white chocolate though, they just don't come out right.
Yeah,
yeah.
chocolate. The key to chocolate is that you have to have a sweetener. You have to.
Well, it's
If
like a
you
baker's chocolate. I mean,
right,
you know, when you have a baker's
exactly.
chocolate, what do? You put sugar and milk and cream, butter,
And you
put
want to
stuff in it to
refine it
make
with
it.
a little vanilla, right? Yeah,
Right.
just a little vanilla to refine the taste, and then you can get a great chocolate. But unfortunately, what I found is that most people that have done chocolate don't do that for some reason, and it tastes like doo doo.
Yeah. All chocolate tastes like liquor to me. So,
And I
See,
even
there you
sent
go,
her the
Janet.
Pegasus
Yeah.
poop, and she didn't like it, or
Shit like
yeah,
Pegasus poop.
she
Wow.
didn't like the Pegasus poop.
I can't taste chocolate right in vapes for some reason. It just tastes like liquor.
John Q loves the Pegasus poop. That's like his deal. Like when he comes to
Hmm.
Mm.
Hickey's, he always gets
Yeah.
Pegasus poop. But yeah,
Pegasus poops some yummy stuff.
I have
yeah, Michelle does.
25. I have 25 chocolate concentrates, and every single one tastes like chocolate liquor. It's
Wow.
weird. So I don't know what's wrong with my taste buds. And I just shut everybody up.
I've
Oh
had
no,
Hey, no, no, no. We're listening to you.
we're listening.
No.
Hmm.
I've had a
Talk.
good orange Wally, but it was back when Hot Rod was. Wow, that's way back. Y'all remember Hot Rod?
That's been a while.
Okay, Hot Rod
Oh,
used to do a show somewhere near where my show, and he had a really good orange vape, which I think I have the recipe buried away in my email somewhere. But it was some flavoring. They probably don't even make the flavoring anymore because I couldn't even find it. So I'll have to look it up again. But that was a really good orange.
yes, Tetley Man was just complimenting my Jaffa cakes because I have Jaffa cakes.
Ah,
Yes, that's been a while. Yeah, those
Yes.
those Jaffa cakes were great.
Well, no, we have a Jaffa cakes flavor.
I know, and it was
ooh,
based on the actual
It
Jaffa
was
cakes
based on the
from the
Jaffa cakes
UK.
that Tetleyman sent us.
Yes.
It was from Tetleyman. He sent us a box of,
Hmm.
of Jaffa cakes and a box of
oh,
real English tea.
yeah.
Oh
I bought some
yes.
Jaffa cakes, which cost me an arm and a leg to get them shipped over here. And I ate one. My son ate all the rest of them. I was like, "You son of a gun!"
Wow.
All of them. I was like, "Wow, man." Pat's got a
How it
question for
works.
you. Jen.
Is that Jen? Okay, you
Yeah.
said it said at Jan. I wasn't sure who you were talking to. Um, Flavors last forever, guys. They really do. I mean, yes, it is possible for them to go bad, but I mean, seriously, they've got to be like 5, 6 years old. I mean, just keep them out of extreme temperatures. Make sure they're not sitting in sunlight or sitting directly under a
Yeah.
vent or something like that, and they last forever, guys. I mean, it really.
I think there's some exceptions to that rule.
There are some
Yeah.
exceptions. I mean, I definitely, I know I've
There are
had
some that
some.
just tend to break down over time, but I think for the vast majority of them, I think she's right.
I mean,
Um,
they say like especially Loran's, for instance, they'll have an expiration date printed on the label when I get it, and it's usually about 3 years out. Um, but I mean, I won't be honest with you guys. I mean, I have used flavors that were 5 years old and they tasted just fine.
Well,
mhm,
the nicotine's
mhm.
definitely going to diminish in there, Pat. Especially if you're,
Oh
you
yeah.
got like
Well, now
24 milligrams.
nicotine can do it can actually go either way depending on what kind of environment you keep it in. Okay, it can actually intensify over time and it can actually dissipate over time. Okay, it all depends on how much air it gets, how much heat it gets, how much cold it gets, like, or if it alternates between hot and cold a lot. Going between hot and cold, like if you put it in the freezer, you take it out, you put it in the freezer, take it out. That's probably going to make it dissipate over time. If you stick it in the freezer and it doesn't come out for a long time, it may actually intensify over time. I mean, it's really all in about how much light it gets, how much air it gets, what kind of
Put
temperature
it
it's
in
at.
the freezer, man. Put it in the freezer. But you know what? I would bet you, and honey, this is something maybe you want to try it, maybe you don't. Especially at this point in the game, you may not want to. But I am betting you that all this stuff that you've been looking at with flashpoints, I bet you it is directly related to whether or not it will break down alcohol content. I bet you alcohol content has a direct impact on how long that flavoring will actually hold up. Um,
I'd have to look at the MSDSs again to see. Most of the flavor, I mean, some of the flavorings do have some alcohol in them. There's no question about that.
Yeah.
That's the reason why, if one of the when people say, how do you steep your juice, right? They say you take the top off, you put it in a dark cupboard, you let it sit there with the top off. You put the top back on, you shake it every couple of days, take the top off, put it back in the cupboard. Well, that's allowing the alcohol to evaporate if there is any alcohol in it. Um, a lot of these flavorings don't have alcohol in it. So, I mean, they have lots of chemicals in it, but they don't have alcohol in it.
Me too,
Um,
Yardbird. No, not every day. No, no.
Look, the top, no air bubbles in them, brown glass bottles, and absolutely no air, whatever. I mean, yeah, Pat. I mean, your Nick should be good for a good long time, and you're. Hey, dumbass! How
Oh,
you
it's
doing,
King
sweetie?
Dumbass. Oh my goodness.
Um, and your flavors too. I mean, yes, obviously, the more that you take the top off and air gets in there and you put the top back on, kind of thing. I mean, the more that happens, that is contributing to, I guess I don't want to say I don't say is it decomposition? I guess, but
mhm,
it's
more or less.
flavors last forever, guys. I mean, really, I
Yeah.
would not worry about your flavors. Um,
Yeah, and I know who was it that said they're putting their flavors in the refrigerator. I
Yeah.
don't think that's necessary. Keep it at room
it's not.
temperature
I mean, like
for
I
your
said, make sure
flavorings.
that it's not sitting underneath a vent,
Mhm.
because if your flavors are sitting underneath a vent, it's going to get extra cold air in the summertime when your AC is blowing on it. It's going to get hot air on it in the wintertime when your heat's blowing on it. I mean, keep it away from a vent. But if you keep it at room temperature, they're fine. They are so fine. This is why, and I'm probably going to, I don't know if this is going to come back and haunt me, but this is why, for those of you, I know most of you have been around for a while, the whole Crimmies debacle, when they claimed that they were getting rid of all those flavors that were sitting on the floor. No, they weren't. They're like, oh yeah, no, those are old. We were getting rid of those, and people are like, oh, were you disposing of them properly? How were you going to get rid of them? They weren't getting rid of. That was $15,000 worth of flavor sitting on the floor there. They were not getting rid of that shit. I
Right.
promise you.
Right. I didn't believe it either. I was like, yeah, they ain't throwing that away. No.
No, they were not throwing any of that away. Actually, you know what? 15,000 was probably a conservative estimate from what I remember, because there were gallons and 5-gallon tubs of flavors that were just all over the floor. And yeah, you're talking that is probably $25,000 worth of flavoring there. Trust me, they were not throwing that away.
No.
Okay, because none of it was bad. I promise you that.
I've had a bunch of old juices from, I'd say, 5 to 6 years ago, and I'm not going to say all the juices are still good, and they've actually, some of them have been subject to higher temperatures, but I'd say out of the whole thing, I may have a half-half. So half the juices were good, the other half, no, you're not vaping that. It tastes absolutely hard. So I think it really does depend on the juice itself, what's actually in it.
Yeah, and it depends on the flavor. I mean,
Hmm.
anybody who's been vaping for a while know that you can see that the creamier flavors, yellow cake, custard, ice cream, sweet cream, you know, those actually tend to turn colors over time.
Mhm.
Okay, so there's something happening in there. There's some sort of chemical decomposition happening in there because it's changing colors. Okay, it's doing something. All right. But like the fruity flavors, I bet you those things will be good 15 years from now. I mean,
Yeah, Richard, your liters, that's a different matter. You're talking about mixed e-liquid. So flavorings, I'm
it's
saying,
high nicotine too. Those
yeah,
are
don't
high
don't
nic.
bother putting just flavoring in the fridge. That's a waste of space of your fridge. Keep your nicotine in the fridge. Don't need to put your PG and your VG if they're alone.
No,
They're
he's
not
talking
mixed with
about the liters
anything.
we made for him, and they're all
Right,
like
right,
20 milligram. They're high
right.
nic.
Yeah, those you put them in the fridge. Good job. Yeah, absolutely. Because you've got nicotine mixed in there. It's the nicotine that's going to be the big problem. And you don't want your nicotine going all peppery, right?
Ugh.
And that's how it goes peppery, guys, is if you allow it to break down. And that's when you get those pepper vapes. And anybody who
I
does
don't like
that,
pepper taste.
don't buy from them. Holy crap. That's just
Yeah.
garbage.
Abdul, let me answer your question because I saw you also ask the same question in Wendy's show, which they deleted your comment because I don't think Wendy knows what whale nuts is. Whale nuts is a mixture of Nilla nuts and Robert the Arm Vapor's whale sperm. So it's a
I didn't.
combination of both of those. So he called it whale nuts. So Bill's Nilla nuts and Arm Vapor's whale sperm, which is a cinnamon vape, and then Nilla nuts is a hazelnut type vape. So he mixed those two together, and that made whale nuts. But no, we're not going to be mixing whale nuts tonight. People are probably
And
like,
You
"Where's
can
that come
get
from?"
the Nilla Nuts concentrate.
Yes, you can. You can get.
and Pat, yes, you're right. Preferably the freezer, but guess what? The fridge helps too. Okay, the fridge still slows down that process. Freezer really puts a hold on it for a lot longer. But a fridge does help. A fridge does help. You want to lower the temperature either any way you do it. If you don't have room in your freezer, put it in the fridge.
What's up, Silent? How's it going?
What up?
Poor Silent does all he can to broadcast, but he is on like the slowest internet in Alabama. So,
Well, my computer hasn't shut down, so I don't know what was causing it to
it's
crash earlier.
Now, you don't need to freeze your VG and PG, only your nicotine, Mom.
Well, no, they're
No,
asking if it actually has a has a lower freezing point than
oh yeah, no,
water.
it'll never freeze
Okay.
in your
It won't freeze in your freezer, not in
no,
your standard freezer.
no.
Um,
I'm
it's
not. You know what? I'd have to look it up, but the freezing point. I guess I could look it up.
now the VG will get annoyingly thick. Okay, and my recommendation is if you're going to do VG based Nick, which I hear you guys always
Mm.
recommending the VG based Nick. We use pure Nick, so I don't even get into talking about that.
VG Nick? No, PG.
That's what
But
I
but
use.
Yeah.
but with VG based Nick, you put that in the freezer, it's going to be very difficult to work with. So my
Yeah.
recommendation is that you pull it out half a day before you're going to work with it.
Yep.
If not a day before you work with it.
Yeah,
Uh,
the reason David's saying that, which I know he was about to get to, but the VG and the nicotine will separate, so you'll end up having all nicotine on the top and VG below that. So if you go to make a juice, you're going to be pouring pure nicotine. You will totally nick yourself out. So you have to mix that up. I mean, anytime you get nick out of the freezer or something, whether it be PG or VG, you got to make sure it's
mhm.
mixed really well before you start making juices.
Yeah, and trying to mix that stuff up is so thick that it's
Oh,
just
it's
it's a
really
pain
thick.
to work with. So yeah, let that stuff reach room temperature and work with it at room temperature. And yes, Wally World, you're right. Shake the crap out of it when you're done with
Yeah.
that, because
Heck yeah.
Okay, so I don't know if this is what this means, but I'm looking at the MSDS for propylene glycol, and it's telling me what the boiling point is, the flash point is, and all that stuff, but it doesn't say a freezing point, but it does say that the melting point,
Melt.
and I'm
Okay.
not sure what a melting point would be, but negative 76 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, that's for PG. Let me see if I can find VG now.
Negative 76. So you don't
the
want to put.
freezing point of PG is negative 74.2 degrees Fahrenheit.
Okay, well, there you go. That's what that means. All right, so let me see if I can
So as long
find.
as you don't pour liquid nitrogen into your juice, you should be okay. Okay.
All right, so I'm now
Oh, I
looking
was
at
going to do that.
glycerin. Let's see here. What is the, because the glycerin's going to be way lower than that.
Abdul, I'm sorry he won't share the recipe. He did share it a while back to people that became members of his channel or something. I don't know. Maybe if you sweet talk Robert, maybe he'll share the recipe with you.
Glycerin freezing point, I think, is that negative 5?
Wow, this one is saying that it's at 68 degrees.
True, Yardbird, true.
I mean, it definitely gets sludgy at 68 degrees. There's no question about that, but it doesn't freeze. I don't know what point it would
It's
actually
crazy.
become.
I mean,
I'm seeing negative 5 is the freezing point of glycerin.
yeah, I mean, honestly, if you have, say, you have a glass RTA and you go outside when it's like, I don't know, 25 degrees outside, and you're not, if you're constantly vaping your mod, obviously it's going to heat up the liquid that's inside there. But if you go out there and let that tank sit out in the cold for about 5 or 10 minutes and just try to tilt it and see how thick it is at that point, then you'll know how thick that liquid can get. And so if you have VG in a freezer, it gets really thick. So it's hard to
It's
mix.
very, very thick.
Okay,
And
so the
yeah,
freezing point of glycerin is going to be based on how much water concentration is in the final product that you have.
Uh,
So 98.2% by mass is going to be 56 degrees Fahrenheit is the freezing point.
I guess they
Um,
consider it frozen. I mean, once it starts to get slushy like that is when it's considered frozen, but it's still a liquid.
I
I mean,
don't
like
think
it
so.
still
What do you have any
moves.
idea what the percentage by weight is for most of ours?
Ours is like 99.7% pure. So,
99.
good,
Uh,
good VG.
oh yeah, it's USB grade, absolutely.
mhm.
Um, and by the way, between all of the extra hand sanitizer being produced, which uses VG, and all of the propylene glycol that's being produced, which is what all the vaccines are in apparently, the
Mm.
price of VG and PG has skyrocketed.
Good Lord, I'm glad I just got some before this
Oh my
pandemic
gosh,
thing.
it's so bad. I spent the price of them both went up and I was not prepared for it, but the last drum of PG I bought was cost more than 2 drums of VG, and that price had gone up as well. I mean, I was just like,
Wow.
I got the
Wow.
sticker on that, and I was all like, good God. It's like, you're expecting me to
Crazy.
pay that?
All we make
God.
is 72 milligram, but the VG freezes solid, and the PG is not malleable, but not exactly frozen. Will the PG last as long as the VG nicotine?
Okay, personally, in our opinion, and this is not a popular opinion, okay, because a lot of people seem to prefer VG based Nick. We don't prefer VG based Nick. We feel that the PG based Nick is definitely more stable than VG based. And again, it's that color change thing, okay? I mean, I keep a bottle, a working bottle that I use, on my counter, of PG based and VG based, and I can tell you the VG one turns colors over time.
Oh yeah,
Okay,
it
so
turns
something's
dark
happening
real
to it,
fast. It
Yeah.
turns
you know.
dark fast.
And
Um,
I mean, it's still good, but obviously, if it's turning colors, there's something happening to it in
yeah,
there. And
it doesn't go peppery real fast, but it does change color. It gets dark. But the
Mm.
other thing about peachy, like I said, you can take that straight out of the freezer, give it a little shake, and use it.
yeah, PG. I mean, I personally feel that PG based Nick is much more stable. Okay. I mean, and unless you have a PG sensitivity, I really don't see there any reason for you to use VG based Nick.
Clouds,
Now,
bro,
see,
clouds.
Janet has Janet has a PG sensitivity, so I understand why she would want to use VG based Nick.
Well,
All right.
yeah, but still, if she was using a high concentration Nick with PG, she could probably still use PG as the base because I
Yeah.
doubt that her sensitivity is that great, right? Where she's going to have issues with 100 or 200 milligram nicotine that's PG based.
Arnie, I mean, I will say I was very, very involved with the industry when we were going through the FDA, a lot of the FDA stuff, and I developed a
Mm.
spreadsheet that would help calculate up um, recipes the way the FDA wanted them. And the most when I created the spreadsheet, I guess I wasn't thinking outside the box, and I created it in a way that it would calculate up the proper percentages based on PG based nicotine. Um, but the question I got from the most often question I would get from other manufacturers was, how do I calculate this for VG? Um, so a lot of manufacturers use VG based nic.
Hmm.
I was surprised really to find
Yeah,
that out actually.
we only do that for max VG, but Simon, yeah, with Simon, with we use a lot of volume. We do a lot of volume, so and we use less of the VG nicotine than anything else. So we've seen it
Well, it's just
many.
because we prefer it. I mean,
Yeah.
if we'd
Hmm.
preferred it, like I said, a lot of manufacturers use VG based nicotine. If that's the way we had started doing it, we probably would go through the VG nic a lot faster. But um, I think it's more stable.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you get pockets in VG for crying out loud, and
And
those.
that yeah, that's another thing that I get worried about. I just I mean, you can shake it and shake it and shake it, but you just can't always guarantee that the VG is gonna disperse it. The nicotine will disperse amongst the VG properly, because it is very thick. So, you don't want to get them pockets of nicotine. Woo! It's like when Scuba would come to visit and he'd come in and be like, "Here, try this," and I'd go,
All right.
"Oh."
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh yeah,
Can't hear you,
That's my 12
Steve.
milligram there.
Oh, it was only
Oh
six
God,
milligram.
no.
I know. I know it's only 6, but I'm used to 3.
Yeah, it's. I get because I know if I was to go, hey, let's try some 12, that it'd probably do the same thing to me. So, I,
Yeah, I
Well,
haven't.
that's it, Pat. No, we have moved away from vape and we're concentrated on coffee and flavors. Um, there are some member exclusives if you log into your account. But yeah, you go to our website and you can pretty much just see coffee and flavors there. But it's really good coffee and flavors of your hickey flavors that you're so used to.
oh,
You
I
never
do
vape
some,
anything off the
Simon.
shake.
There's a few I'll do, hon. a few of them.
I'm gonna get some
I'm a
aluminum
shake and
foil.
bake person. I like shake
Yeah.
and bake.
Yep,
Mm.
aluminum foil time. I can't deal with that
Oh
anymore.
man,
Yep.
I hate that scuba.
What's that?
His battery door. He bought a new battery door for this mod that he has. I think it's the. Is it the Ursa? Is that what it's called? Ursa. And it keeps
Yes,
coming
the
off.
Ursa. Yeah. What happened was when I went to tighten the battery down, uh, it just all of a sudden slid past the tightening point, and it wasn't like I was cranking down on it. And then I sent in a warranty request, and I said, and I sent them pictures, and I said, I think it's just a battery door, so, send me a couple battery doors in case this happens again. Well, he sent me two new battery doors, but obviously the threads are stripped in the mod itself, so it's not working. But literally, I can just take a piece of aluminum foil and tighten this down in there, and all my problems are solved.
Yeah, but you shouldn't have to.
No, I shouldn't. You're right.
I think the little single coil Aegis, it's got that same kind of battery door on it.
Yeah.
Right, Yardbird, and that's one thing we've always been very, very big on titration. Titration is so important. And when I found out that how many people didn't do that in this industry, I was just amazed. People who didn't manufacturing e-liquid and didn't even know what titration was, much less how to do it. And and the thing was, titration made all the difference in the world because we found out early on when we were ordering 100 milligram Nick that it was coming in sometimes between 120 to 135 milligram when we titrated.
Wow.
Which since we were titrating, what did that mean? That meant that I had a formula for diluting,
Score.
and hey, yeah, we've got 35% more nicotine than what we ordered when we were
Yeah.
ordering 100 milligram. Now, when we
David's
started
not
going
explaining to
pure,
y'all what titration, titrate. Good Lord, I can't even say it.
My mom does that.
titration is the process of measuring how much nicotine is in there. That's how you get your
There you go.
milligrams per milliliter. And it's a chemical process. So you learned a little bit about titration in high school chemistry, most likely, or so most likely, maybe not. If you guys weren't too stoned, you might remember it. But
No.
Was that?
well, hey,
No comment.
yeah, but
Ow.
it's a but yeah, titration is important because you do have those excesses, and then that means that none of your levels are right when you're breaking it down. So
Well,
so
yeah.
it's important when you get it down to the workbench level. In our case, because we are using pure nicotine at 1,000 milligrams, right?
Ow.
So at 1,000 milligram, you've got to break the. I make 100 milligram liters, which Jen uses or Jen used to use on the bench, right? And then I would also nick up gallons, and the gallons would be set at your different ranges of 1.5, 3, 6, 12, etc. Um, so
Oh,
that's how we maintained a good level. You're still stoned, Janet?
rest in peace, Ralphie May. I love that joke when his wife came in and she's like, "Are you stoned?" And he said, "Like a gravel road." I was like, "Okay, yeah." Well, he added a little more to that, but I didn't want to say all them words. But yeah, like a gravel road. I thought that was hilarious. I got to see him in concert in Atlanta while I was still down there.
I did too.
Absolutely
So here's
amazing concert.
all right. I'm going to give you 42 people watching. This is a tip for you guys. Okay. Now, for a lot of you, you're going to have to get out of your comfort zone to do this. All right. But if you want to see, if you want to go to a show and you want to get a good seat, go by yourself. okay? Because there's always little singles sprinkled all the way out through, okay? Ralphie May was coming to the Gwinnett Civic Center. I don't remember what year this was. It would have been sometime between my divorce in 2005 and my marriage to David in 2013. So it's somewhere in there. Um, but I, uh, I wanted to go see it, and I was like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to go by myself. Okay, I was single. I didn't have anybody to go with. Didn't matter. I was going to go by myself. And I want to say the tickets either went on and I missed it and the when the tickets went on sale, right? And I was like, oh man, I was like, am I going to get a good seat? So I went to Ticketmaster, went to get the tickets. Boom, front row.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
baby.
That happened to me at David Copperfield. David Copperfield.
Oh,
I was like, you know what? I
nice.
want to go see a magic show. Our seats were way in the back. The show hadn't even started. The usher come up he was like, "Would y'all like a better seat?" And I was like, "Sure." Boom, front row. I'm like, okay. You you've never seen a magic show till you're this close. Going, I still can't figure out how the hell he did that.
That
Yeah.
I was right on
sounds
top of
fun.
the stage. It was awesome.
Well, I mean, it was, yeah, like I said, I had not, the tickets had been on sale for, it may have been a few hours, maybe it had been a day. I want to say the tickets had gone on sale the day before and I missed it. And so here I was going, oh man, right? And then as I went in, Ticketmaster, yeah, boom, front row, because they had those little oddball seats. Okay, you have,
Yeah.
Yeah.
couples, 3 people, 4 people, that people want to go together, right?
Yeah.
And then you end up with these little singles scattered all over the place, right? In the front. Go by yourself or go with a friend, but let them buy their own ticket. They'll probably get a good seat too. Okay. You don't have to sit next to somebody that you know. I made friends. I wouldn't say the worst part about it, but I mean, the most awkward part about that show was I was sitting in the front row and I started talking to the people next to me, So, I mean, I made some friends, right? Turns out an ex of mine showed up and he was sitting in the row behind me. And I was
Wow.
like, well, at least he's looking at the back of my head all night instead of the other way around. I was like, yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Because he came with a
the
date.
only time I've had that kind of seating at a good show, it was general admission at the Civic Center. I went to the Headbangers Ball tour,
Ah.
which was Halloween, um, Exodus, and Anthrax, and
Oh
I was on
wow.
the third row. Which by the time the show was over, there were no seats left in the third row. They had been demolished. But
He likes to mosh.
huh?
That's where he's this way. Yeah, he likes to mosh.
Well, that
Mosh
was
pit.
some time. Well, I actually did end up in the pit before it was all over with. But yeah,
Wow.
because I was standing up on the edge of the between the seats. I was standing up there and just like almost could reach the stage, it seemed, right? But I kept falling into this guy and his girlfriend, and he was like, "Sorry, dude," and he reaches over, picks me up, and throws me up on top of the crowd, and they tossed me over into the pit. I
Oh
Sorry, dude, you're
wow.
landed
about to go on a trip.
Have
right,
fun.
and I landed on my butt right in the middle of the pit. A guy reached over and helped me up, and then I look over and I see a guy charging me. Um,
Oh crap.
and well, I was wearing combat boots, and
Wow.
yeah, and the crowd just closed around me like this. And I saw the guy later in the bathroom stall just bleeding profusely. But yeah, that was
Oh,
fun. That was fun. He
yeah.
wore glasses.
Wow.
It was a terrible, terrible thing.
Wow.
I think the last
But
show I went to was the Blue Man Group. That was the last one I
That would be
remember
cool.
going to. Yeah, that was definitely fun to watch. I
We
think.
went
Actually,
2
Ralphie
years
May
ago.
might have been the last show I went to.
Wow.
oh wow.
Wow.
We did the reunion tour with Journey and Def Leppard 2 years ago. That was awesome.
I
Wow.
want to
Yeah.
say too, here, guy, I got to give Ralphie some credit. So there were 2 shows that night, and I was going to the second show, and so we're
You
standing in
must have
line
been to the
waiting.
same show I went to. You had to have been.
I mean, it probably would have been around 2007.
Okay, let me see if I get this right before you even say. So the second show he came out a little bit late, so he says, I'm gonna go a little bit longer for y'all because I'm late."
Uh-huh. Yeah.
And literally
That
went like
fat
another
man.
2 or 3 hours. I was like,
Yes,
"Holy
that
crap!"
fat man stayed on stage for over 3 hours just to
Yeah,
make up for the fact that he started late.
yeah.
Yes.
So
Yes,
we
he was
did
wearing
go
a
to the
big
same. That
white.
had to be the same show.
Yep. Yep.
I was
I
like,
was in the front row,
"Wow, man!"
bitch.
No wonder I didn't see you. I
Uh,
was not in the front row for that one.
You were looking at the back of my head.
There you go. It was a great show, though. I mean, he just kept going and going. I was like, "Wow, how
yeah,
this?"
I think the last show I was at was the Death Magnetic tour, Metallica. I went to go see them actually in Nashville and Atlanta.
That's not true.
Both
You've
of them.
seen
Wow.
Weird Al since then.
Oh, I have. I've been to two Weird Al shows since then, haven't I?
Yeah.
Oh, I've
And
never been to
yeah,
Weird
that's
Al.
right.
He
Man,
loves going
I'll
to
tell
Weird
you
Al
what.
shows.
Let me tell you, Weird Al is one of the few shows that if you have kids,
Mhm.
you can take your kids. Okay, there might be one point of the show that might be rated PG-13.
The one
Yeah.
where he comes out in the audience and starts grinding up against all the
Yeah,
female
yeah,
patrons.
a little bit of that. And there might be a little questionable material in some of the videos they play, but the thing is that it is just so much fun. And see, now this is one thing that Weird Al and Metallica have in common. Okay, I know that's a weird comparison, right?
He's a
But
little biased, guys. Those
they're
are like two of his favorite
entertainers.
artists.
Okay, they're entertainers. Now, no, you know, I would also put Pink Floyd in this category, right? Entertaining. Oh,
Uh,
why did his name fall out of my head? Margaritaville. Hello.
Jimmy
Um,
Buffett.
Buffett.
yeah, Jimmy Buffett, another entertainer, right? It's not just going to a show. You're going to they're not going to just stand up there and sing.
Right.
They're going to actually get the audience involved. They're going to get it's just it's an adventure and it's
What I'm
fun.
wondering is, you went to a Metallica show. Was
I
it
went to several
anything?
Metallica shows.
Okay. Now, I don't know if you've seen the video of when they were over in Russia and did that show, and I've never seen so many people in my life at a concert. It was literally a complete ocean of people as far as
Oh
the camera
yeah.
could see.
Well, those are stadium shows. Yeah.
It was not. There was no stadium. This was wide open.
I've seen that video too. I'm not
There you
sure
go.
where they were for that one, but yeah, yeah. No, I when I
That was
first saw
crazy.
the first time I saw them was in 19, I want to say 88 at the Omni. I saw them
Oh,
at the Omni.
wow. Not the Omni.
Queensryche opened for them.
Omni is no longer
Um,
there, by the way, guys. No more Omni.
no,
Yeah,
no,
they
the
got rid of the
Omni's
Omni a
gone.
long time ago. It's now
But
Philips Arena. Then that word Philips
Yep,
is,
Phillips
right?
Arena.
yeah, and that was their
I don't even think it's called Philips Arena anymore. I'm not sure what it's
right.
called.
Well, that was the Blaster of Muppets tour that they were on back then, I believe.
Def
I
Leppard is
believe it.
awful live. Wow. I wouldn't know. Haven't been to Def Leppard live. I've been to
Yeah,
Bon
See,
well,
Jovi.
when you
you
say
know,
Queensryche, I'm really wondering if that was the show I was at because I remember seeing Queensryche,
well,
but I thought
I
Queensryche
saw
was the
them
headliner.
there. I saw them at the Omni, and then it's about 6 months later, I saw them at Lakewood. It was Lakewood Amphitheater with the Cult.
No,
The
I
Cult
remember
opened
I
for
saw
them there.
Queensryche at the Omni,
Mhm.
but I don't think they were the headliner, but I don't remember who the headliner was.
Okay, because this one, the headliner was Metallica.
I mean, it might have been, I'm not a Metallica fan, so
Oh,
I
I know
probably
you're
enjoyed the
not.
quiet
Wow.
Queens. I probably enjoyed Queensryche more than Metallica because I don't care for Metallica.
But yeah, but that's the thing. Look, another great example. You said Def Leppard is awful live, Munchkin. Um, Megadeth, Megadeth,
Guns N' Roses are
uh, uh,
terrible live.
There you go, Dire
Megadeth.
Thing.
Those guys
Moscow.
get up there and perform, And well, no, those guys get up there and they play. Megadeth does, and it will be technically perfect. Okay, these guys do not have any kind of lip sync going on or anything like that, but it's going to be perfect every single time. But it's boring because he's just standing there singing his, and it's just standing in place doing the same thing. Um, whereas you have Metallica just getting out there and getting nasty with it, man, and having a lot of fun. Um, Anthrax is another entertaining group. They get up there and get their groups involved, and Joey Belladonna sounds like Bob Barker. He's the Bob Barker of the
Hang on.
metal industry.
Susan, from what I hear, that flavor was developed specifically for you using way more bourbon than I would ever put in a recipe.
That is
Bourbon?
her favorite.
Bourbon?
24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Yes,
Wow.
there's a
John
line of flavors
Q.
you can get at higgy6.com called TOC flavors. That stands for Tears of Crimson. They're all flavors developed
Absolutely.
by our very own Michelle Hughes.
Yes,
And
Ah.
indeed.
one of them is called, and they're all Mardi Gras themed flavors.
As
One of them is called Bourbon Street.
I
And
feel
it
let
is,
down. After how much bourbon Michelle sees me drink, she did not say one word about any TOC anything.
I'm sorry.
Bah.
well, she wasn't, see, she didn't know, she didn't realize how close you and I are, okay? She didn't
No, I
realize that
really didn't.
Oh,
she
I
that
had
she
no
could
idea.
come into your channel and pimp Higgies on your channel,
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah.
So now she knows.
Oh.
You're in
And
trouble
yes,
now.
so you need to make her a mod on your channel so that she can post links, and
Oh,
then
okay.
and so she will definitely come in and pimp Higgies. She had no idea you and I were good friends. So
I did
Ah.
not. I did not
Wow.
know that.
Oh, I
Yeah.
was wrong. The last concert I went to was Bon Jovi. I remember now.
Oh
Oh,
wow.
Jovi.
Yep.
That's a great concert.
I
It
went to
was
Uh,
Bon
pretty good.
Jovi with the guy that was sitting behind me at Ralphie May.
Wow. Wait a minute. With the
and
guy that
John
was
Q,
behind you?
it's not that they turned into whiny pussies. It's the fact that they got old. Hello, they're old, but
Who?
they still have the energy, man, and they do a great show. They put on a great show. I took my son. I took my son to his first concert at 15 to see Metallica, and that
Oh, tell the story.
Lamb of God opened. Yeah, well, you know about the pink skinny jeans. He wanted to wear pink skinny
Comes
jeans.
out dressed for the Metallica concert wearing pink skinny jeans. David's
Oh
like,
my
you will
goodness.
go back and
You
put on
will,
leather.
you will, no, you will go back in and wear some black. You're not gonna go wearing pink
He's
to
all
a
like, no,
Metallica
everybody's gonna be
concert.
wearing this, and he's like, no, they're not.
No, 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 they're not. And so we get there, and he's like, "Oh, Lamb of God's gonna blow away Metallica." And so I'm like, "How could you even say that? They're a Cookie Monster band for crying out loud." Cookie Monster. That's all it is. And we get there, and he's like, "Man, there's no way Metallica outdoes that." And I pointed up, and I said, "Son, look up there. You see those casket looking things up there?" He said, "Yeah." I said, "What do you think those are?" They look like they might be speakers. I said, "They are speakers. Have they made any noise?" No. I said, "That's because Metallica's not up yet, and that's their speakers." He's like, "Oh." And then the guy comes out with the bass guitar to go tune it out right, and with the tech, and he hits that open E, and Zach's just sitting there. I could feel that all through my chest.
Was Munchkin calling me Scooper? I'm just wondering because she said kick Scooper's ass.
No, I was wondering what she meant by that too. I thought it was funny, but I didn't know who she meant.
Yeah,
Oh, I would have loved to have seen Kiss back in the makeup days.
That would have been
live. That must have been fun. Oh, and the Division Bell. Now I went to go see the Momentary Lapse of Reason tour, Tony, and that was a lot of fun. I would have liked to have seen Pink Floyd live when they still had Roger Waters with them. That would have been
So,
amazing. But
are we
Oh, so you
gonna?
want to show off your Christmas present? So this is my Christmas present to myself, and then David got a Christmas present too.
I did, I did indeed. Um,
Oh, speech to text is a bitch. Oh, he got a tattoo also? No, you didn't.
it's actually a
Wow.
cover up.
Yeah, it is a cover up, but he's happy to show it off. Where
That's a good cover up if it's a cover up.
he certainly didn't
That's
want to
Hmm.
pretty.
show off what was there before.
Yeah.
Something we got when he was young and
So are
stupid.
we gonna have to go? Because I know Michelle says she needs to leave soon, and I don't want to keep anybody. So,
This has
Well,
been so much fun, though. We've got to get back into
I
casting.
know.
I,
You
I got to
yeah,
figure out
I
what
guys.
the
think that.
hell's wrong with my system.
there you go. Work on that computer. Make it
Yeah,
purr
well,
again.
it's a driver issue, but it's eh, and I
Hey,
think I think it's related to XSplit because you're
I
still
was going
up.
to say, I know you guys love
Hmm.
XSplit. I will help you with OBS. OBS literally uses.
Oh,
I'm using
I've run
3%,
OBS before. I'm not going to run OBS, but
2% now.
what it really comes down to is her drivers need to be updated. Probably the NVIDIA drivers more
There
than
you go.
anything.
I do think that needs an update because
Yeah,
I got
there
it
have
pop
been
up the
several
other day.
updates over the past year, so yeah, you probably need to update those. Or
Yeah,
I need to.
yeah, you do because you're supposed to be the IT guy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, IT guy.
Are
Michelle's
you in
so
fact?
quiet. I see she
Ah,
was like, I'm gonna be quiet the entire time and just talk about
yes.
chickens.
See, and
Chickens.
that's the thing. Like I knew that this would happen actually. And see, if it was just me and her, I would be bouncing stuff off her. But I got you to bounce off of.
Hey,
You
but
know?
y'all are
Yay.
you're gonna get your computer going, and then y'all can come on and stream your tail off, and then maybe somebody will actually give y'all some freaking juice ideas instead of,
Yeah.
nope, not really. So,
Well, I mean, I could have made the lemon cookie, but we're having so much fun.
yeah,
It's like we're all
Right,
in the same
Dyer?
place.
Yeah. Yeah, and Dyer's right. It all comes down to the freaking Windows updates. Those are the real culprit there. The reason why the NVIDIA drivers need to be updated in the first place is because of the freaking Windows updates. So,
Okay.
yeah.
a pair of OBS Engine V2s.
You know
Ooh.
what, guys? We have a lifetime license for XSplit.
Ah,
Okay.
Yeah, we got in.
You
They had a
remember when we
sale where they
bought
said,
that,
yeah,
right,
for you
Scuba?
buy like
I,
it
I
wasn't even
should
that
have
much
done it, but I
extra.
didn't. Yeah.
It was like, I don't remember what it
No,
was,
no,
but it
no.
was
It was less
then the
than the
3 year, yeah.
or the 5 year anyway. It was
And
three. Yeah, it's less.
it was like, here, have a lifetime license. And we're like, okay, no brainer.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I
And
think I
it,
didn't because Aries hooked me up with a link where I could literally go pay for, I don't know, is it 3 or 6 months of XSplit for like $6? So I was like, oh yeah, I'll do that, and that's what I was doing instead of buying the lifetime.
Oh, you got one of those what is it, Kingwin keys
There you
or
go,
something
Kingwin.
like
Yep,
that? Yeah,
Kingwin.
hey, you know what? I still use Kingwin.
Yeah.
A Kingwin's the best deal that you can get for certain things like Windows, for
Yeah.
example. If you want a copy of Windows, you can get a copy of Windows for 25-30 bucks OEM version,
Yeah.
and it's perfectly fine, legit. You do have to do it over the phone. Now they have a $35 version that you can validate
Hmm.
online instead of using the phone. But
Yeah.
yeah, that's great stuff though, Kingwin. And I've started doing a little Steam too, so I've decided that I need to do a little gaming. So I've
Ah.
started doing a little bit. I
he
have
bought
Doom.
some pack of like old Atari games, and then he decided he didn't like using the keyboard, so he got one of those like Nintendo things, and
You got a little
Yeah.
gamepad. Ah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's just a little cheesy gamepad.
There you go.
But yeah. So I've got this. I've got Doom. I've got I forget. I've got a couple of games, but
Wow.
nothing. Oh, Resident Evil. I bought Resident Evil.
Oh,
Um,
really?
yeah,
Oh,
yeah. But I bought it through Kingwin, and it ended up costing me like $5 or $6. So
okay, Michelle, type again.
So yeah, now he'll mod you so that when you're there, you can put links in the room. And yes, you are free to put any Higgy links. That's a
Yeah,
given.
as long as I don't put it in the description, it should be okay. And the Google Squad, have y'all noticed that the Google cleanup crew will now come remove links right out of your live chat?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's kind of jacked up. It'll come up and say this comment has been removed from the Google cleanup crew.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
like, what the heck? Yeah,
and they've been ditching links too all week.
yeah.
Also, yeah, guys, tomorrow night, starting I think at 9 o'clock Eastern, if I'm not mistaken, there's
Oh,
a 24-hour cast. It's going to be starting for the Vape and Trucker. He did pass away yesterday, unfortunately,
damn.
but his husband, is it his husband?
Yeah.
And is gonna need some help. I mean, I'm sure he's got medical bills, funeral expenses, and we have donated the full line of TOC flavors and 10 of our best Higgy flavors concentrates, 30 ml bottles, to somebody. I don't know if they're going to do it two separate ones or if they're going to do it as a bulk thing, but
I don't know.
we do have those that we've
Ooh,
donated for the fundraiser. It's supposed to go for 24 hours.
right.
I don't know what channel. You can put the channel in the room if you want to put the link in the
It's
room.
I
DIY or die. It's going to be Wayne Walker's channel.
Okay. And so yeah, we got word just last night that he did pass away. So
That
and
sucks.
that was
That's like
so
1 hour
quick.
into my show. I don't know what to do besides start an hour early so I can be done by the time that show starts. Because I don't want to pull anybody away from that event, obviously.
Well, you know what though, you could advertise it during your show so that when the people
Yeah.
leave your show, they can go there, and
Okay.
it'll only be an hour into
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
And they're going to go for 24 hours straight. So,
Yeah, they'll have plenty
um,
of time. I mean, I know they're going to be doing lots of auctions and stuff, I assume, on the show.
I think they're doing
So,
Yeah.
raffles.
oh,
I'm not
raffles?
really. Michelle
Okay.
knows more than I do. Michelle, why don't you give them the details?
They are doing auctions. They're going to have different ones and raffles. Everybody that donates $5 to the GoFundMe over there, they actually get one ticket, and you can buy as many tickets as you want. There are USA prizes, UK prizes, then there's world prizes, and then there's one giant giveaway where you can, if you want to start DIY mixing, or if you're a new mixer, you're going to get so many flavors you'll never need to buy flavors again. It's pretty huge because I
Wow.
know Lavora donated their full line, Wonder Flavors donated their full line, Flavor Art, and the rest of it's on my website. I'm just gonna put it in there if it'll let me do it, and you can see all of it. Everything, all the information for the fundraiser is on my website.
Tears of
So,
Crimson. See how hard
yep.
Munchkin looks like she just beat to death? Yeah. She worked so hard.
Hey, she's beautiful.
So, yeah. Oh, you got to put the HTTP in front of it if you want it to be a
Oh,
clickable
let's
link.
hear.
Um, but yeah. So that's I know we're probably going to wrap it up here soon, but
That's true, Pat. But
that
I don't ever try to step on anybody's toes, and I don't, I didn't change my show time, so it's kind of, I don't. It's just, and they're going to be going for 24 hours. I honestly, I won't be pulling enough people away to. Y'all can watch two shows at once. Try to juggle that trick.
Well, I mean, like I said, though, you'll be able to advertise it
Oh yeah,
tomorrow.
definitely, definitely.
So, and then yeah, you'll be. But yeah, so if you guys want to get in on your DIY stuff, get some awesome flavors. I don't know what else they've got. Like I said, I know there's going to be the TOC line. There's going to be 10 of our flavors involved. what she said, the entire Flavora line, which if
Oh
any of you
yeah, those
shop
are
at
crazy.
Flavora,
That's a
you know
huge line of flavors.
those
Yeah.
are number one, they have a million flavors, but number two, they are very, very expensive.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm assuming it's a
Winning
10
that
mil
would be
bottle.
awesome.
I think they're giving
Yeah.
away $15,000 worth of different prizes. So they're all on my website. Y'all can see them there.
I will
And the
check it
Flavor
out.
Art line, I mean, that Flavor Art and Flavora are some very, very expensive concentrates. Okay,
Yeah,
so
they
you
are.
guys, if you're into
Yeah.
DIY, this is where you want to go. Um,
I
and
like that shirt, David, but it'll never fit me. So
And I know Frank and Mike were really good friends, and he could probably fill you in even more.
cool.
Daytime Frank.
Yeah, I'll be
oh,
watching it.
thank you, Lurden. I appreciate it. It'll go out tomorrow. Oh, wait, no, the coffee hasn't been roasted yet, so it'll go out on Monday. Okay.
Well, oh wow, it's tomorrow Friday.
Lurden, as far as Nilla
Tomorrow
Nuts
is
goes,
Friday.
I can vape it fresh. It's great like that, but if you do want to let it steep, it only gets better with time. So if you think, oh, it's there, but it needs I give it a few days, 3 to 5 days, maybe even a week, and then it just gets better and better. It gets that golden glow to it. That's when it's delicious.
Now, if you order the Nilla Nuts coffee, on the other hand,
No,
my recommendation is that you go ahead and you brew that when you get it, more than likely, assuming that you're more than a day or two away from here. We do typically ship it out the day after it roasts. So you usually want it on like the third day. The third day is when
Mm,
it's starting to be good, and it's
oh,
good for about 2 weeks. It's going to be top shelf quality.
the
Oh, wait a
the
Um,
minute. This says that it's starting tonight at 9 p.m.
what?
what is?
The the event. I just got a
Oh,
notification saying that it was starting in half an hour.
oh
Whoa.
wow.
Nilla Nuts is great in a K cup, but man, I'm telling you, David made some in the French press over there from the fresh bean. That was some damn excellent coffee. I add either creamer or sugar to my coffee. I didn't need none of that with that coffee. It was delicious.
Oh yeah, man.
It's just like it feels like there's so much more caffeine in there from a freaking French. I was like, "Hello, how you doing?" I was awake, man. It was on.
That's just some good coffee right there. Yeah, yeah, man. Yeah, that's the beauty of a fresh roasted coffee, man.
Oh
Um,
goodness, yeah, that
Okay,
was
I don't know
delicious.
why they. Okay, so never mind. The group has it set for tonight at 9, but the event starts tomorrow
Oh,
at 10. Actually, wait. Friday, May 7th. It'll kick off at 9 p.m. Okay, it says 9 p.m. in the description, but then it says 10 p.m. I don't know. It'll be tomorrow.
it
What do you say, Michelle? What do you have?
says it starts in 23 hours. That doesn't make
Okay.
sense because 24 hours from now would be 8:30 tomorrow night. That would be
Oh gosh.
7:30 tomorrow. That's
Seven.
none of
Okay,
them
well, the
times match up.
description says the group has the event listed as tonight, but the description says tomorrow. It says 9 p.m. Eastern time or 2 a.m. UK time. But it's going to go for 24 hours. So
They might start it a little bit early before they actually get into anything, so that may be why they listed it at 9. They may
okay.
start the show and
Error
then
on
get
Facebook.
into it.
Okay, it's Friday at 9. Excellent.
Okay.
Okay, so you guys have plans then for tomorrow night after
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
scuba. After scuba.
I couldn't unmute Jen. Sorry. I couldn't get Zoom to open back up.
Yeah. All right, guys. I guess we're going to get off here. I don't want to keep Michelle any longer because I don't want her husband going to get one of the
Yeah, I don't
chickens
need
and
a divorce tonight.
throwing the chicken on her. But this is great hanging out. I think we should do it more often. Y'all don't need
Hell
to
yeah.
stay hidden in a
hey,
hole. And
I had
Yeah,
so
No,
many
we
well,
don't.
guys.
yeah, it's been a rough couple of months. Like Jen said, I've kind of buried myself in these audiobooks, to be
well,
honest with
Yeah,
you.
and and we're basically rebranding everything, kind of dropping the SIGs off everything and just being
Hmm.
Higgies, and that's
yeah,
been a process. I'm working with the
A lot of
Department of
work.
Agriculture and getting new licensing, and it's
yeah, but
it's
you
just
can't let
been crazy.
COVID and the whole postal system and all that get you down. The social
We're not.
aspect,
We're not.
especially online, we don't have to worry about catching any COVID or anything online. So
Right.
I
Yeah.
think the social interaction needs to remain going, um,
Did you
instead
see
of
that, Frank?
I love you, Frank.
if
All
you
right,
get divorced,
guys.
call me. Y'all have a great day,
Thank
and
you so
I'll
much.
I'll be on
You
He'll
tomorrow.
see you
too, but
tomorrow night.